Hello and welcome to Prosperous Living with Toya. You can catch all recaps of lives on my YouTube channel, Prosperous Living with Toya. This is Prosperous Living with T on TikTok. It's all about manifesting the desired life that you want to have. As a reminder, the Bible is mind science, meaning it is a psychology book. It's reminding you how to think from Genesis to Revelations. The Bible is all about the mind, all about consciousness, all about the power of the word. They're not separate, they all work together. You think from consciousness. So whatever you're aware of, that's what you will create. And it's about expanding consciousness to actualize your desires. The script reminds us that we are made in the image and likeness of all there is. So it said, in the beginning, God said, let there be, and it was. And so that's what you're to do. You should say, let it be, and then let it be. Let there be whatever you're desiring. So what do you want it to be? Whatever you say it will be, that's what it shall be. All right? The script says it this way: who do you say that I am? Who are you saying that I am? Because whatever you are saying that I am, that's what you shall be. So it's about being conscious of being abundant, because that's what you are. Consciousness of prosperity, success, health, wealth, harmony, compassion, ease, flow. Nobody wants a one-on-one Bible study. Not here on this platform. What you gonna tell them on a one-on-one Bible study? Unless you tell them how to be great and how to be God. Hello. Sunday. Mark 11:24 says, therefore I tell you, whatever you desire when you pray, believe you have received it and you shall have it. That's the only condition to getting your desires, is to believe that you already received it, right? The script also says, to them that have, it shall be given, but to them that have not, even that which they think they have shall be taken away. That means if you can't see the abundance that's all around you, even when the little you think you have, somehow will just be taken away. You will create situations, circumstances, events that will confirm your belief in lack. Not only Christianity, all religions. It wasn't just Christianity. All religions assisted in the illusion of separation, of believing in a God apart, and thinking that you have to prove worthiness and deservingness to a deity outside of you, to some outside power that's going to bless you and give you something that somehow you deem unworthy of, but they deem, whatever reason, they're just going to allow you to have it, even though you're not deserving of it. We hear that so much. I didn't deserve it, but I got it anywhere. God didn't have to. I don't deserve God's love. I'm such a lowly, poor being. I don't deserve, but God had mercy on me. God loved me anyway. God sacrificed his only son for me. Yeah, been there, done that. Been there, done that. That whole believing that you're not worthy and undeserving and a sinner from the beginning. But thankfully, we've been set free from that mentality. Thankfully, we've awakened to the truth of our being. Those of us who are on the path of remembering. You can call it enlightenment, awakening. Right. Pull up. Thing is, you're supposed to recognize you're the exception, that there are no rules in this world of imagination, that you are the rule. that you are the exception, that you're not here to, go along to get along. We were never meant to be conformist. We were to be what? Transformed by the renewing of the mind. Oh no, maybe it's baptism in the Holy Ghost. That's how you get changed, right? Maybe it's water baptism. That's how you get changed. Nope. The scripture says you're only transformed by how? Changing the way you think. That's the only way you're transformed. People have all these rituals that they want to go through, all these rituals that they want to do. The only ritual you need to learn to practice is the change of mind, change the way you think. Because your thoughts are things, and what you think about, you bring about. Whatever you accept as true will be true for you. Whatever you say that you will only know that for you. Your knowing is not my knowing. Your acceptance of a truth is not my acceptance of a truth. That's why it's to thy own self be true. Too many of us are out here trying to get consensus. What you think, what you think, what do you think, what do you think, what do you know, what do you think? Because that's all that matters. It does not matter what anyone else says, what anyone else is doing, And religion has pulled the wool over many, and not just religion, all of these institutions of the land, of the world, will have you believe that you need to sit under someone, that you need to be taught someone. They love to say that. You need to learn how to be taught. You need to learn how to sit under who? When the script says, why do you put your trust in man whose breath is in his nostrils? You're supposed to learn how to trust you. They love to say, with the church fathers, who are these church fathers, and why do you give them so much dominion and validity and veracity over your life? Why do they get to dictate how you will live your life? Somebody that existed, moons ago, who gave you this doctrine, this form of godliness, yet denies the power thereof. Because they think you have to work for the power when the power is already innate within you. You don't have to do anything to get access to the power. You are the power. The power just only needs to be recognized. That's all. You just have to recognize that the power is in you. Hey, Precious Stone, Precious Rose, how are you? I know that's right. So you thought of and they called. Let's go. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. The power of thought. That telepathic response, right? That's what they talk about, telepathy, right? You just use the power of your mind. And then you let there be. And it was. I am great. Hey, Glaze Innovations. Welcome. Understanding the power within us. Understanding the power within us. And we have to get out of the mindset that anyone is special, anyone is above us, anyone has, there's no one better than anyone else. There's no one greater than anyone else, right? We don't put anyone on pedestals or anything, right? We understand that the world is mirroring us, right? That we don't, when like I always tell you, when you look in a mirror, you're not looking up and you're not looking down, you're looking where? Straight in the eye. When you look at the mirror, you're looking at yourself, right? So that's what you do when you look at the world. You're seeing you in the world, right? So whatever you're labeling it, that's what it should be. And then recognizing that there's no right or wrong. That whatever you call a thing, that's what it should be called. Hey, whatever you call it, That's what it should be called. Because you understand that you are Adam in the story of Genesis, where it says Adam named everything, and whatever he named it, that's what it was called. Yes, you're Adam. You are Adam of Genesis. And whatever you call a thing, that's what it should be called. So what are you calling it? What are you naming it? What are you deciding that it is? Yes, me too. And the thing is, it's not to judge those that are without, that those that are still asleep, right? We allow them to remain asleep until it's time for them to awaken. Not everybody awakens at the same time, and that's okay, right? You let them have their beliefs. No need of trying to wrestle people's belief away from them. They need to know. They need to know, just like you needed to know when you didn't know. Like, no one forced this knowledge on you, so that means you can't force it on anyone else, right? That's how you have to come from that perspective. Like, when you came to this knowing, did someone beat you down with it? Did somebody, beat it over you and say, know this, you better know this, you better know this? That's that fear-mongering tactic that religion uses. They have to scare you into submission. They have to scare you into believing in God. You better believe him or else. You gonna serve God. You gonna mess around and find out. You gonna get into a situation. You gonna need God. It's always some fear attached to a relationship with God. Where is it's with loving kindness have I drawn thee? No, they're like, with fear, I'm gonna make you know God. With fear, I'm going to decide that you need to know who God is. Hey, Amadi, welcome. Oh, wow, Kojic. I was in Kojic too, but it wasn't for that long. I say I was in Kojic for about, it wasn't long, maybe under 10 years. Let's say 8 or 9 years I was part of Kojic. Yeah. I was part of Kojic about 8 or 9 years. I was in, I was out. Yeah. I will say, being part of Kojic, the ministry that I was under, when you got saved, they didn't call you a sinner anymore. They called you a saint. So that's why I be tripping out when I used to listen to different people that say they were saved, but yet they still saw themselves as sinners. I know when I was in church, I didn't no longer saw myself as a sinner. I saw myself as a saint. We all was like, praise the Lord, saints. Everybody calling each other sisters and brothers, in the Lord. We weren't calling ourselves sinners anymore because we were saved by grace, which made us a saint. They didn't believe you had to die, like, was that Catholicism? They said you had to die and be gone for many, many years before they declared you to be a saint. We saw ourselves, in Kojic, you see yourself as a saint the moment you accept Christ as your Savior. Not a dummy. It was just part of your experience, little D. It was just part of your experience. Everybody plays the fool sometimes, right? No exception to the rule. Listen to me. It may be factual, it may be cruel. Hey. But everybody plays the fool. Everybody has played the fool. So it's a part of the reality, the part of the state of forgetfulness, right? And it wasn't now until I got on TikTok, when I started doing this platform, that I realized the stronghold that religion has on people, because I have been so far removed from religion, I forgot that people had these firm beliefs about the rapture, about hell, about struggle and tribulation and testing and trials. I was like, damn, I forgot all about that mindset. Lord, have mercy. Because what? I had been so far removed from that mindset. I was like, oh my goodness. Whoa, that's something else. That's not a way to live. Always wondering if you're being obedient and wondering why the devil or demon to come and attack you or test you or try you or, wreak havoc in your life. I'm like, man. Yeah. Oh, now with social media, but every generation talks about the end times. I mean, you're just not going to get away from that. Every generation does that. For whatever reason, every generation thinks this is the end of the world. The only end of the world that happens is in your mind. That's the only place you experience the end of the world is in consciousness, right? Your new heaven and your new earth happens within you, then it's projected outwardly, right? That's the new heaven and the new earth that has to appear. It happens within, as within, so without, right? And so now you have to decide what are you going to give your attention to. So, what are we giving our attention to? What we're aligning ourselves with. And recognizing that we are abundant already. And it's not about trying to get something. It's about recognizing that you already are, right? And unfortunately, a lot of the world's religions makes you think you have to earn or struggle. I don't care who you talk to, who you listen to. Everyone has this way of telling you life was meant to be a struggle. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a spiritual person, a guru. The only ones that I remember not talking about, the ones I read with like Neville Goddard, Dr. Joseph Murphy, they didn't talk about struggle. They said that this was the effortless way. But when you listen to some spiritual teachers or quote unquote coaches or whatever, terminology or label they want to give themselves, they still have that, to me, religious mindset that tells you, oh, but you don't understand. You still have to struggle to get whatever you want. Do you not know you're still going to be tested and tried? Wait, hold up. So religion had it right? I gotta fight to get what I want. I have to go through turmoil and struggle and strain and strife. What? Do you not understand the moment you accept that, that's what you create? Hey, neighbor, welcome. Hey, say to myself. Okay. So you didn't know that peace be still was two different sentences. Yes. All right. Oh yeah, the politics, y'all can have it. I don't get, I let the world figure out their politics. They get to have it. I say whatever, it doesn't matter who's in whatever form of leadership, whatever they decide government-wise, it's all just going to benefit me. I have to just know that all things work together for my good. And I don't concern myself. I don't vote for anybody. I don't put people in a position or anything. Like, I have nothing to do with the world systems, right? I just know that once I get my mind a certain way, the world systems have to change whatever they're doing to benefit me, right? That whatever has to happen in my reality takes place in order for me to flourish, to live with ease, to live with effortlessness, to have everything that I could possibly desire, right? And we have to know that we already possess all things. We already have everything we need. The moment you start giving your power to something outside of you and looking for something outside of you to do something for you, that's when you build idols. You create idols. Now you're saying something outside of you has the ability to control you or to, right? You have to decide what you want and don't look for reasons as to why it can't happen. And most people put money as the block to their happiness, the block to their manifestation. Well, I want this, but I don't have the credit score. I don't have enough money saved, or I don't know the right people. I don't know how I'm going to get it. It was never your job to figure that out. You were just supposed to request what you want and then allow it to happen. And if money is necessary to bring forth your reality, then it will show up in your world. If it's necessary, because it's not always necessary. People have gotten cars and have not paid a dime for it. People have gotten houses and have not paid a dime for it. Like, it happens. People have gone on trips and have not paid a dime for it. So stop using the limitation as a reason that you can't actualize whatever you're desiring. Oh, nice. Peace is the command. Be still. It is done. Yes, yes. What's all about what you can take? So that's why I like this scripture, Mark 11:24, right? Because this scripture, again, takes away the limitation, because it says whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, whatever you can conceive in your heart, in your mind, whatever. Whatever. Whatever means whatever. All things. Everything. You get to choose, right? You're the operant power. And all it takes is a decision. That's all it takes, a decision. Just make a decision. And then remain faithful to the decision, because that's all it takes. It only takes a decision. It only says, what do I want? And then see yourself with it. Right? Don't speak against the very thing you're desiring to bring into your experience. Don't speak against it.
Can I go outside now? I'm done.
Yeah, but it's dark. Hold on, guys. 1 second. 1 moment. Hey, Zuri's auntie. Oh, yes, I like Reverend Ike too. Yes, Reverend Ike. Absolutely. Reverend Ike. You can't lose with the stuff I use. Because he understood the power of the mind, right? That you have to see yourself with it, which is say it, speak it, own it, possess it, take ownership of it, all right? Stop seeing yourself through the eyes of others and see yourself through your own eyes, right? And take the limitations off. And money is a limitation, right? Money is a limitation. When you define yourself by the numbers on a screen or the numbers in an account, you're limiting yourself, all right? Because you have to understand that the money is just the symbol of wealth. It's not wealth itself. Your wealth itself. You are wealth. You are the abundance. Everything else is just symbols of you, right? And so how you experience money is what you believe about money, what you accept about money. So you have to ask yourself, am I being defined by money? Because here's the thing. If say you lost all your money, say, if you didn't have any money, would that make you less worthy of anything? Does that define who you are as a being? If money all of a sudden was not a part of your reality, would you see yourself as not being worthy or deserving or you know, sufficient.
It's gone.
Oh,
My watch is gone. And I've already checked the whole house.
I don't know. And so once you decide whatever you want, that's all that's necessary. You're not required to do anything else. You're not required to, you don't have to do any techniques. You can if you want to, not necessary. You're not required to figure it out. You're not required to figure out how it's, you're not required to do anything but to accept it. That's all you're required to do. All right. And I know that just seems too easy, seems too simple. For a lot of us, we think that's a challenge. We call it difficult. We say it's hard. It's hard to think different. It's hard to see myself with something that I have never seen myself with before. But that's not true. You've had a lot of things you've experienced that you've never experienced before. So we know we all have things that we have experienced that we didn't experience before, right? Whatever the amount of money you've manifested into your reality, different relationships, all the different experiences. You've had a lot of experiences that you never have experienced before, right? Because the first time you drove a car was the first time you drove a car, right? Like when you learned to drive a car, you had never done it before, right? But you believed you could do it even though you had never done it before. And so we have to get out of it. Well, I've never seen anyone with it. I've never seen it. I've never done it. That's not an excuse. Don't use that as an excuse. Because there's a reason why you're thinking about it. There's a reason why it dropped in your spirit. Because you're meant to experience it. Because you're meant to express it. Because you're meant to have it. Whatever it is, you are meant to be whatever you desire to be. And I would just, say, stop being so focused on what you're not. Because you're all things. There's not anything that you're not. You're everything. You're connected to all things. The I am is everything.
Now I've checked every drawer in this house.
Hey, y'all. Sorry about that. I'm talking to my grandson. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, my apologies. Well, I forgot what I was talking about. But whatever you're desiring desires you. And you don't have to accept anything less than what you want. You get to have whatever you desire. The thing is that most people don't enjoy getting the thing. They want to be like I Dream a Genie. People want to be like I Dream a Genie. They want to say, I want $1 million. And they want to blink and see the $1 million there. Oh, I want this. But they don't want to be the person that has the $1 million. They just want the $1 million. And a lot of people get the $1 million and then they end up not being able to sustain it, not being able to make it grow or add to it because It was just all about getting it. And again, there's nothing wrong with getting, right? There's nothing wrong with getting. Just when it comes, know that you're supposed to have it. When it shows up, the key is not to see it as something that defines you or is greater than you, but know that you are the cause for it being there, right? That whatever you're experiencing does not define you as the being that you are, because you're the creator of all, right? You have to be conscious of not worshiping the created thing. And the created thing is whatever's outside of you, whether that be the people in your world, the things that you're experiencing, the places that you're going to, the money that comes in, whatever is not greater than you. You're the cause of it all. And so when you recognize that you're the cause of it all and you don't see separate, you don't create separateness from it. Yep. Yeah. But that's only if you make it a law, right? People have made it a law that I must feel a certain way before I can get a thing. And I will tell you, your feelings don't matter. Your feelings don't matter. Because a lot of people think, well, I feel nervous about it. So a lot of people be nervous. That isn't a reason why you shouldn't have a thing just because you feel nervous about it. And allow yourself to feel nervous, right? People create these laws for themselves that they really don't want to experience. Because I guarantee you, when we watch, before we had streaming services, when you watch network or cable TV and you were sitting up there watching your favorite show and then McDonald's came on, McDonald's did not care how you felt about it. Popeyes did not care how you felt about it. The Ford company did not care how you felt about it. They just continued to show you these commercials because they knew repetition would cause it to sink and be a part of your subconscious mind. And so either you would operate from the state that you could have it or the state that you couldn't have it, right? You would create the reality, this is possible for me or this is impossible for me. And whatever you were creating, that was true for you. So if you thought, oh man, I see a Mercedes truck, I could never be able to afford that. Why did he keep showing me this Mercedes? I would never be able to afford that. That's out of my price range. Well, you're exactly right. The Mercedes truck will be out of your price range. You won't experience the Mercedes truck because you don't believe that you can have it. And somebody else sees a Mercedes truck and says, oh, yeah, I like it. And that's something I would necessarily, maybe I prefer BMW, right? But you would get a thought about it. And that's all feeling is a thought. That's all feeling is a thought. When Neville Goddard talked about feeling is the secret, he's talking about your thoughts, right? And he was talking about exercising your 5 senses inwardly. So you use your sight to see yourself with it. You use your hearing to hear yourself with it, right? You use your touch to feel. That was the feel. The sense of touch was the feeling. That's why he used that script, the story in Genesis with Isaac, Esau, and Jacob. That story had nothing to do with emotions, about feeling good or feeling great. What did Isaac say? I can't see you, but I can hear you. Come close that I may feel you, which was what? Touch you. You need to feel real to me. How do you make it feel real to him? By touch. He used the sense of touch to make it real, not emotions. He didn't go by emotion. You were like, well, I'm getting a good feeling sensation that you are who you're saying you are, Jacob. You sound like Jacob, but you're saying you're Esau. Let me see if you feel like Esau. And because he felt like Esau, he got the blessing. Which means to the touch, it felt what? Real to him. Right. Felt the wind on. Right. Exactly. Right. He felt the wind, right? That's the 5 senses that he felt. He used his skin, right? That's why he talks about the outer parts, right? That's why Jacob felt like Esau, because he felt like the world of Esau. Esau had what? Hairy hair. So what did he do? He went and put on camel's hair to make himself feel like Esau. The naturalness of being it. That's what feeling means, the naturalness of a thing. Make it natural to you. What do you see? What do you hear? What can you touch? Mentally. All this should be mental. It can be quote unquote physical, right? That's why some people will say, okay, well, I want this certain car. I'm going to go test drive it so I can get the feeling of it, right? So I can make it feel like I want to feel the leather. I want to feel the steering wheel. I want to feel the how the car drives on the road, because that's going to feel real to me. That means that's going to make it seem like I can see myself with it, right? And then some people that are looking to, move, what do? They go get boxes and they fill the boxes, right? Because that makes it feel real to them, that they're no longer, the place that they're living in is just a temporary residence, that they're getting ready to move to their permanent place. So they go and buy boxes and start packing up, even though they haven't gotten up the place yet. The place has not materialized yet. So it can feel real to them, they do this outer thing, right? Some people that desire marriage, they'll go to a store, secondhand store, right? Or what have you. I forgot those stores that they call those stores where people be hawking jewelry. I forgot what they call those stores. But some people go there and they'll buy, go anywhere, buy an inexpensive ring, put it on their ring finger, just so they can get the feeling of marriage, because a ring on a finger symbolizes marriage, right? Again, this has nothing to do with your emotions. It has nothing to do with, feeling good or bad or sad or happy or, but not necessarily yeah, I guess a consignment store. Sometimes they're a little on the pricey side, But what's the stores that because consignment, once you buy it, it's yours, because that's like a resale shop. I forget, but it's not called a consignment store. But I know what you're talking about too. I know you know what I'm saying, but I just can't think of the name of it. I don't even know if they still have those stores. Hey, Tim V. Hold on, guys. Oh, we almost at 10K, guys. We almost at 10K. Oh my goodness, excuse me. So getting the feeling of already having it is essential to manifesting. Having the feeling that it's already yours, right? That's what most people call knowing, right? And it's different ways you can use to help yourself to know that you have a thing that you want. And so many people will do different techniques. And again, nothing wrong with doing technique as long as you understand that you are the technique. That it wasn't the tool that you use, it was your belief in it. That's what causes it to come forth. That's where it causes come forth. And so there's no special gimmicks. You've been manifesting your whole life. And I know we come on this side and we come to realize that our thoughts are creative, and then people want to try to sell you a formula or sell you a recipe when you are the formula. You are the technique. You are the recipe. All you'll ever need is your own mind and the belief in yourself. You can say knowing yourself, whatever you want to call it. You can say, I know, I believe, whatever terminology you want to use. But you have to have a conviction of a thing. That's really all it means. To have a deep conviction that the thing that you're desiring is already yours, that you can see yourself with it. All right? And so the way to do that is to use your mind. To use your mind, to use your five senses inwardly. Right? Use your five senses inwardly. Talk to yourself. See yourself with it. Make it feel natural to you, right? And you have to continue to talk to yourself. Continue to talk to yourself. Ask yourself questions. People like to use affirmations. You can use affirmations, like, why do I have so much money? Why is life so easy? Why do I always get everything that I want? Why does everything just seem to come effortlessly and easily to me wherever I go, wherever I'm doing? Everything just seems to flow to me, easily. I love the simplicity of this truth, that there's nothing that I have to do. All I have to do is decide, and that's it. The moment I made a decision was the moment that life started to shapeshift itself to bring forth the reality in which I want to experience. Yes, absolutely. And so just decide is the key to your success. The thing is, most people decide and then they withdraw the decision because then they start to think about, well, I don't know how. I don't know what to do. And you have to stop saying that you don't know how. Say that the way will be shown. It's not necessary that you know how, but that the way will be shown. That you will be shown what to do, and you won't miss it. The clarity will come. The inspiration will come. The motivation will show up. Whatever terminology you want to use, right? Neville Goddard called it the bridge of incidents, right? He said there will be a bridge that you will cross over from point A to point B to get you to your desired outcome, your desired reality. And he lets you know you don't even know what that bridge is. That bridge is a happening. It's something that happens as a result of your belief, of your knowing, of your trusting, of your assumption, right? He says an assumption, though false, if persisted in. What is the key operative word in that sentence? Persisted in, which means you have to keep believing. You have to keep knowing. You have to keep thinking. You have to keep trusting. You have to stay committed. You have to be determined. However you want to phrase it. Hey, Latoxic, welcome. You just have to keep doing it. You could never lose heart, never give up. Keep trusting the process, right? Keep seeing yourself with it, right? Be anxious for nothing. There's no reason to be anxious. Allow the seed to take root and for it to shoot up and bear fruit. There is a process to everything. I know people don't like processes. People want, like I said, you want to be dream of genie. You want to blink and there it is. But you wouldn't want every thought to come into your experience the moment you think it. Because you have thought some things that you're so glad they didn't materialize. But then you want to be impatient when it comes to quote unquote the things that you want. That's why you have to you have to move from wanting to having. Right? Stop wanting it and just see yourself as already having it. Wanting you have to let go of. Because you don't need anything. You're not less of a being because the thing that you asked for hasn't shown up yet. Hey, Andrea, welcome. All right? Because you have to ask yourself, are you identifying yourself with the thing? Are you deciding that, because I don't have this thing, that defines who I am as a being, right? Are you deciding that the things determine who you are, determine your value? Because they don't. The experiences, the situations, the events, the circumstance, none of those things say who you are. It may show you what state you're in, but remember, it's just a state. And states can what? Change. The being you are is greater than any state you occupy. That's what you have to understand. Who you are supersedes anything that you're experiencing. You said you're an atheist. Well, I'm not a Christian. This is not we don't debate on this platform. If you want to understand more about what I'm talking about, sure. But if you're coming up to debate philosophy or belief systems, that's not what we do here on this platform. We're all about manifesting our desired outcome. All about living a happy, free, abundant life. Changing the way you think so you can realize the reality you want to experience. Because if more of us understood that life doesn't have to be the way it is, life would be different for a lot of us. And a lot of us can even attest to when we were thinking a certain way and we decided to think a different way, that life changed. Whether it was for quote unquote the better or whether it was for the worse. We understood that, we came to the realization, I was thinking a certain way. Whether I was thinking that something was possible or I was thinking something was impossible. Either way, we were right. Either way, we were right. We were right in all circumstances. Let's see, we have Renee. Renee, you want to come up? Are you there, Renee? Oh, sorry, accident. Yep, our thoughts. Our word is the power, right? Our word is the power. Our word. These words that I speak, they are spirit and they are life, right? That's what the script reminds us. It tells us that the word is God, that your word is God, right? Because we understand that God is not some entity out there looking down on this third dimensional plane and deciding who it is going to bless and who it is going to curse. Right? We know that it is our own thoughts, it is our own words, it's our own belief systems that do harm to us. Right? Or that harmonize with us. No problem, no problem. All right, and once we harmonize our thoughts, our beliefs, and we just decide that life can be a treasure, that life can be amazing, that life can be beautiful, we'll experience it. Once we decide that that's how life can be, you know, and realize that we don't have to try to force anything. There's no necessary, we don't have to force anything. We don't have to make things happen. Things happen as a result of your beliefs. They're going to happen like we were saying, like I remember Kevin was bringing to our attention, you know, you didn't have to do anything to make the unwanted happen, right? You didn't have to make vision boards. You didn't have to do 3, 6, 9s, 55 by 5s to make the thing that you didn't want to come into your experience. The only thing you had to do was believe that that would happen or give your energy to it. That's it. Same thing for the things you want. It's the same law. You didn't have to try to make the unwanted happen no more than you have to try to make the wanted happen. It's the same law. There are no two different laws. There's not a source for evil and a source for good. It's the same source. And it all flows from you. It all comes from you. Because you have no resistance to the things that you don't want. You've been trained to believe that in the unwanted more. You've been trained to expect the worst. Have you ever been told, girl, you know you really need to expect the best. You really need to see the greater outcome. You need to really believe that all things work for you. You really need to see that life always got your best interests at heart. No, you're told to be careful. Well, what goes up must come down. The bottom gonna fall out. Don't get too happy because you just know that the devil's right around the corner, right? You were always told to prepare for the worst. We were taught that. Prepare for the worst. Expect the best, but prepare for the worst. Ain't that a way to live? That's something else, right? Being told to expect the best, but prepare for the worst. Like, say what now? Isn't that double-mindedness? Why are you expecting the best but preparing for the worst? Right. And I'm sure I've read Romans 6, 1 and 22 because I used to be a Christian. I used to be a Sunday school teacher. So, you know, you're not telling me something that I'm not aware. And I'm gonna say I remember all the scripts in that book. But what I do know about that book is that it's mind science. And it's telling you about your thoughts are creative. That's why you're told in the script in the New Testament that it is by your words that you are justified. And it is by your words that you are condemned. See, that book, when you read the New Testament specifically, especially, it is constantly referencing you. Your faith makes you whole. It is done unto you as you believe. Just like this script right here, it says, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, when you pray, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you received it and you shall have it. It falls at your feet. It rests with you. It's all said to, it all comes down to your what? Acceptance. Do you accept it? Do you accept it? Do you accept that a changed mind brings about a changed life? A changed mind brings about a changed life. It's so simple. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed. How? By being baptized. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by accepting Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Be not conformed to this world, but be a part of the Christian religion. But be transformed by being a Christian. Nope. It says be transformed by how? Renewing your mind, so that you may prove what is that good and acceptable, perfect will of who? God. But then you got to know, ask yourself, who's God? I am. You got to know God as I am. Absolutely. So whatever you say I am, whenever you use the term I am, you are saying God is, right? Whenever you say I am, you're saying God is. So who do you say that I am? Because whenever you say I am, right, you're saying that's what God is. Because God's name is I am. So whatever I am, God is. So what am I? Whoever God is. You say, well, God is omniscient. Well, yes, wherever I am, God is. Yes, wherever I am, God is. So that makes him present at all times, correct? Because that's all omniscient means. It means God is present at all times. Wherever I am, he is, right? God is, it is. Wherever I am, God is. God is never in a place that I am not, right? Does the preacher tell you how to renew your mind? Is the preacher telling you how to renew your mind? That's the question. Are you being told how to renew your mind? How to think? How to think abundantly, joyfully, peacefully, in harmony with all things? Or is the preacher telling you to live in fear, apprehension, scared? The preacher double talks. The preacher double speaks. If you ever really pay attention to a sermon, they'll tell you how great God is, how wonderful he is, how he's, there. He's a present help in a time of trouble, right? But somehow he's never there when the devil shows up, right? God is a present help in a time of trouble, but always seems to disappear whenever the devil shows up. Because how the devil and God there at the same time? Make that make sense. How is devil and God there at the same time? And why is it that the devil always seems to have always prevails? He gets to beat you up, put you in the chokehold, and then you got to go run into God. And the only way you're going to find God is at the church house. You got to have the pastor pray for you. You got to have the mothers to put blessed oil on you. Well, how come when you called on Jesus in the midst of trouble, he didn't answer? While the devil was knocking you upside the head, God just stood idly by and watched. And said, damn. The devil is having his way with her. And not only the devil, it's a legion of boom. The legion of boom and smacked you upside your head. And God just like, damn, that's effed up. What they gonna do? Who they gonna call? Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Like people be like, God, the devil was wearing me out last night. Really? Where was God at? Why the devil was wearing you out? What? Huh? How you a saint of the Most High God? You're a child of the Most High, but the devil wearing you out? Make that make sense. It doesn't. But that's okay. Because people love to tell that overcoming story. You don't know how powerful I am, so you just don't know. I'm so powerful. The devil couldn't just come with just one. He had to come with a legion of boom. Okay. How'd that work out? You better call Tyrone. Call him. That part of love and life. Hey, hey, hey. Bam. All right. Okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. The manifesting class, well, that's every Wednesday. There's no link. Just show up on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's tomorrow. There's no link. We're right here on TikTok. Just come on through tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we talk manifesting your desires. Right? It's almost no different than this, other than, we speak more about success stories, but we talk manifestation all the time now. So these lives are a little bit more hodgepodge, but Wednesday night is specifically geared to manifesting and, making sure that you remain faithful to your desire. And anyone that has success stories they want to share to help people understand that there's nothing to do, there's only to be. Nothing to do, only to be. It's about being. This life is about being, not about doing. Right? Anything you do should be just for the sheer joy of it. Right? All you're doing is being. Right? Your doing is the result of your being. Who do you say that I am? Well, that's what you will express. You'll express exactly who you say that you are. You're saying I'm abundantly blessed. Things come to me easily, effortlessly, wonderfully, amazingly. You'll just get amazing ideas, effortless ideas that just show up effortlessly to you. And you will have joy in the doing of it. Because there will be no struggle, no strain, no strife. It just flows, and you'll find yourself spending hours doing it with ease, with flow. Hey, 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 Mia. And all you have to do is choose. Choose this day who you going to serve, which means choose this day what you want to experience in your world. All right? And just remain faithful to it. All right? Regardless of what it appears to look like. Regardless if the world appears to be saying no. In your mind, you have to be saying, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. You have to be saying yes within your own mind. Regardless of what the world is saying, regardless of what the appearances are. That's what, because we walk by faith and not by sight, right? And faith is the substance of what? Things hoped for, the evidence of what? Not being able to see it. And what did I tell you? What can't you see? Your word. You can think your word, right? You may be able to see it spelled out in your mind. But no, the world can't see what thoughts you're having. That's why you can't see your word, because the world can't see it until what? It becomes manifest, right? And how do you get faith? Faith comes by what? Hearing, and hearing by who? The word of God. And who's God? I am. Because the word is God. That's why you get faith by hearing the word of God, because the word is God. These words that I speak, they are spirit and they are life. Why? Because God is life. You see how that all comes full circle? God is life. Well, the word I speak is spirit and life, which means the word and life are what? Synonymous. They're one. Hey, 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 Fee. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, Kev. How are you? So whatever you're speaking, whatever you're proclaiming, that's what you're creating, right? The creative power in man is the what? Mind. Others say the imagination. Others say consciousness. We're all saying the same thing, right? Speak the word, and thy servant shall be healed. Just send your word forth, because the word that I send forth shall not return unto me void. The word never comes back void. What are you sending forth your word to do is the question. That's the question. What are you sending forth your word to do? Because it's always going to come back fulfilled. So what are you sending forth? Are you speaking life unto your situation? Are you speaking ease, flow, effortlessness, surrender, trust, knowing? Are you telling yourself, yes, I deserve this? Of course I'm worthy. How can I not be worthy of all things? Right? Normalizing whatever it is you're desiring. Normalize it. Keep telling yourself it. Keep speaking this truth to yourself. You got to talk to yourself. Right? Exactly. You deserve it because what? You are all things. Because you are all things. That's the reason why you deserve it, because you are it. Right? It talks about worthy is the Lamb who takes away the sin of the world. Well, you are the Lamb that takes away the sin of your world. You are the sacrifice. You're sacrificing old beliefs, old mindsets, old habits. You are the Lamb without blemish, without spot, who takes away the sin. What is the sin of your world? Missing the mark, saying that life is hard, the impossibility of a thing, fear, doubt. That is the sin that has to be taken away. Right. And so shall it be. So this is what you say. Let there be. Let there be. And what did the script say? And it was. All God has to do was speak it. And then makes it so. That's the only thing we have to understand. Because I said it, makes it so. That's all that is required. For me to speak it. And that makes it so. And then whatever, quote unquote, the doing, which you must understand is never the cause, it's the effect. Your expression is a result of who you say I am. Who do you say that I am? That's what you will always express who you say that I am. That's why the law is good and very good. Because the law says every seed reproduces after its own kind. That law is unchangeable. It's immutable. Every seed must reproduce. That's why it says, whatever a man sows, he what? Also reaps. So when you see man say mind, whatever a mind thinks, it also brings into expression. That's all that verse is saying. Whatever a man sows, he shall reap. Whatever a mind thinks, it shall create. It shall bring forth. It shall express. So your words are the seed. Your word is the life germ. Right? The life is in the seed. The life is in the seed. That's why the caterpillar is the butterfly. Right? The apple seed is the apple tree. It doesn't have to try to become anything. It goes through what? A process. Everything goes through a process. But for some reason, we think we supposed to skip the process. Ain't no skipping, ain't no coming in through the back door. People want to go through the back door. That's a thief or a robber. Ain't no coming through the back door. The only way out is within. Right? The only way out is within. That's the only way you're going to come out. You got to go within. And the process is what? Light and easy. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. The Christ said the process is so easy, I got you. You don't even have to worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. That's what the Christ said, don't you even worry about it. Take no thought for tomorrow. Take no thought. I got you. Just tell me what you want. And I got you. Don't even worry your pretty little head about it. How can you worry about add any hairs to your head? How can worrying add any cubits to your stature? How can worrying add life to you? Years to your life? It can't. It can't. So why you worried about it? Why you concerned about it? Why you being troubled over it? Loose and let it go and be set free. Because whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. And whatever you bind in earth shall be bound in heaven. What are you binding your life to? Abundance, prosperity, health, wealth, wisdom, success, joy, peace, love. Because what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Which means what God has brought together cannot be separated or divided. You cannot divide what God has joined together. And I know we try to use that in marriage, but you do see that people, that just because they said I do, doesn't mean they won't say I don't. They said I do today and they saying tomorrow I don't. So the marriage is what happens in heaven. And where's heaven? In your mind. That's where the marriage happens. In your mind. That's where the two become one. Mind and spirit. The two shall become one. When the two become one, you know, it's a done deal. You will give birth. The baby's coming. The baby's on the way. You are what? With child, said the angel to Mary. You're with child. What? He said you will be. You will be blessed with a child. And you don't need no man's assistance. The Spirit of God will impregnate you. You don't need nobody help to bring forth your desire. That's all it's saying. That's all that story is saying. Mary knew not a man. You say that to yourself. I don't know nobody that can help me bring forth my desire. Because that's all it's saying. Mary knew not a man. She didn't know nobody that can bring forth her desire. To help her bring forth her child. Which is her manifestation. You don't know nobody either. And I don't know how I'm going to get this house. I don't know nobody. I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know how I'm going to get this healing. I don't know. The doctors are telling me it's incurable. The doctors are saying they have wasted all they don't know anything else. I don't know how my business is going to get off the ground. I don't have any money. I don't know the right people. I keep trying to figure out these grants. Nothing is happening. No movement. I don't know. That's right. That's why you're ripe for a miracle, because you don't know. That's the best place to be in, not knowing. not knowing how, because then you can't get your butt in the way. See, when you think you know how, you get your butt all in the way. And then you try to make moves, you try to figure it out. You got, let me call this person. Oh, I know somebody. Yeah, so-and-so told me about this person. So-and-so told me about this. So you try to do things to try to make it. So let me call this person. Let me call that person. And he's like, man, I just knew they was going to help me. Man, and they didn't even help. I don't know what's going on. Exactly. That's the best place to not know. Then you can get your butt out the way. Hey, Shanzi. Then you can get your limiting beliefs out of the way. Because what God has in store for you is greater than you ever could have imagined. Right now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all you could ever ask or even think, according to that power that works within you. See, stop thinking that you know, because whatever you know is so small, it's so insignificant compared to what the I am has the 360 bird's eye view of. You are coming from a limited perspective, but the I am within you sees the end before the beginning. Says, my ways are not your ways, neither are my thoughts your thoughts. High as the heaven is from the earth, so are my ways above yours. You got to trust that, though. You got to trust that the I am within you already got mapped out. Because before you asked, I answered. And while you were yet speaking, I did appear. So what you worried about? I got you. You don't have to worry about a thing. I got you. This is where trust does come in. You do have to trust that I am the Lord and I change not. The law does not change for anybody. This law does not, I don't care who you are. The law is not changing for anybody. The law is unchangeable. It is immutable. It is done unto you as you believe. You can't change that. There ain't no changing that. It ain't overstepping you. It ain't changing. It's not going around, it's perfect. Now, the only thing you have to do is just trust it. Trust the process. Trust that the way will be shown. That you will be shown what to do. And the thing is, you're not even going to know that you're doing the very thing that's bringing forth your desire. You're not going to have any idea. That's why I say hindsight is 20/20. That's why Moses couldn't see the face of God. He could only see the hand parts. Because you don't know until you experience it. Right? Jacob saw God's face, what? Through experience. I've seen God face to face and lived because he experienced God. That's all it's saying. Once you experience good, then you know good. That's how you know. You have to experience it. Like I can tell you all day long that your thoughts create reality, that once you change your thoughts, that your reality will change. Well, you're not going to, I can sound real convincing. I can give you all kind of success stories. You're not going to notice until you personally experience it. I could talk like they say until I'm blue in the face. I can give example after example and example, but you're not going to know this until you experience it yourself. Hey, Spy to the Sky, welcome. Hey, Oshami. Hello, Marcinda. Hello, everyone. It's Raphael. Welcome. That's why you have to just allow yourself to stop trying to figure things out and just allow things. Like, right? Get clear. Allow yourself to be easy with yourself, which means extend grace to yourself. Stop beating yourself up for past quote unquote mistakes, for things that you've done, and you're like, man, I wish I had did that. We don't live in regret or remorse, shame or guilt. There is therefore now no condemnation. We're not condemning ourselves. Because why? You didn't know what you didn't know, and that's okay. You got to be okay with not knowing what you didn't know. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you don't got to beat yourself up. It's okay. It is completely okay. And you got to tell yourself that. You also got to tell yourself that it's okay to expect more out of life, right? It's okay that you want more, right? It's okay that you want to exceed whatever your family limitations have been. Whatever your family thought, oh, you know, you want too much, or you asking for the impossible, or what make you think you could get that. Shut out that noise. You really do have to be like Abraham Hicks says and put your head in the sand. You really do have to understand the people that achieved whatever their desire, they didn't let outside noise dictate what they could or couldn't have. Right? They didn't let others' thoughts about what they were desiring affect what they could do or who they could be. They knew they had a desire so great that nothing could stop them, because they did it even when they did whatever they were doing. They did it in spite of their thoughts, in spite of their negative thinking, in spite of their fears, right? That's what you have to do, it in spite of that. And the thing is once you make a decision, you start seeing that things just flow. It just flow. It's like you unstop the things that were holding you back. Like, you know, like the channel, you recognize that the channel kind of gets unstopped and everything just starts to flow. And you start questioning, like, man, was it always supposed to be this easy? Was it always supposed to be this easy? Like, I was making this hard. I was making it difficult. Like, it never had to be difficult or hard. I was doing this. I was convinced of the struggle. I was convinced of the hardships. Like, yeah. 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 But it's okay. Now you know. Now you know it don't have to be difficult. Now you know it doesn't have to, no longer you have to struggle and go against the current, right? You don't have to push uphill. You can flow downhill. Turn your boat around and flow with the current. Stop trying to paddle upstream. But I get it. You want the struggle Olympics because, you know, flowing upstream, people tell you builds muscle. Okay. If you're trying to be buff, what you trying to lift? Why you need muscle? What you trying to carry? Because the burden is light and easy. You know? You're probably right, Andrea. I don't remember it from that. I haven't read the script in a while, but I will concur with you unless someone else can say something different. Yep, say don't you say anything. You better keep your mouth closed. You can't speak. Yeah. You gotta keep it to yourself. Some things, yes, some things you do have to. That's where the wisdom comes in. You have to know what you can tell and what you can't. You gotta know how to hold them, and know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money while you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when a deal is done. Right? You got to decide where you stand, right? Because the Christ mind says, I'm going to tell you before it happens. So when it does happen, you will believe. So you got to know that you know, and that you can call it forth before it even happens, regardless of what other people are saying. You got to know who you are in the spirit, right? The Christ mind knows who it is. The Christ mind knows. The Christ mind knows that I don't care. Because I said it makes it so. Christ mind knows that. Whatever I say makes it so. Hello, Alchemy, welcome. But if you still trying to figure it out and you not really sure, then that's where you need to, you remember that you all remember that commercial, raise your hand if you sure. Well, if you're not sure, you need to put your hand down, which means you need to be quiet. You need to only be talking when you're sure. Because if you're not sure, the only thing that you're going to get reflected back to you is the doubt and the fear that you already feel. And you thought because you talked about it, that was going to convince yourself of it. Nope. You can't fool nobody. You can fool people, but you can't fool yourself. So when you get to talking about, oh, everybody's talking against me, I told so-and-so, and they're like, oh, that's impossible. Oh, I can't believe you believe in that. That's stupid. That ain't going to happen. They're just reflecting you back to you. You didn't really believe it, and you thought because you told your best friend that was going to convince you of a thing that you really want to convince of. No, that ain't how it happened. No. You're just showing so your friend is just echoing back to you your fears and your doubts and your concerns and your worry. If you really knew that you knew, you would tell the world and you wouldn't care who heard. Because the world is only you. And so if you said it, then that makes it so. And you don't care what nobody else think. Because they only, again, echoing your own thoughts. They're only echoing your thoughts. And some people are like, yeah, I can see that. I know you can see it. Because you're not looking for validation from the world. Right? Even if people come back and like, oh my goodness, you right, I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see you with that. I'm not saying it to get I don't need no, validation. I already know. I already know. I know this thing. That's why I'm saying it. I'm not saying this trying to, but some people be saying it trying to get others to agree with them. And then you get the opposite. They're agreeing with you all right. They're agreeing with the fears and doubts that you actually have, that you thought. Remember, nothing is hid that will not be made visible, right? What's in the darkness shall be brought to light. So if you out here proclaiming things that you really not sure of, the world just going to reflect back to you. No, you don't really believe that. You don't really think that's possible. And then you get all mad because your parents don't support you, your best friend don't support you, your spouse ain't support you. You mad that the world don't support you. Yeah, that's because you ain't supposed to be trying to look for the world to do anything. The world don't support stuff they cannot see. The world only supports results. They don't care about you getting there. They want to see when you made it. They could care less about your journey. They want to see results. They want to see that you got it already. They ain't really concerned about your journey. They don't care. And like, yeah, talk to me when you there already. Stop telling me about the road to get there. I want to see you there. Because until I see you there, I don't really believe nothing you saying. Right, Leah. Hey, Leah. So is that going to deter you? Right? Right? So you do have two options. You can move in silence or, hey, shout, let it all out. These are the things we can do without. Come on. I'm talking to you. Come on. Right? Are you going to lift up your voice? Are you going to stand there in the square and be like, stand on your square and be like, I don't care what the world think. This, I'm doing it. And I'm going to tell everybody. I'm telling everybody, this is your song. I'm going to tell everybody. So again, remember, there's no right or wrong. Just know that the world echoes back to you what's really going on within you. As within, so without. The law makes no mistakes. So like I said, you can fool some people some of the time, but who you can't fool is yourself, because no man knows the spirit of a man except the spirit of that man. So you can try to make us think that you got it all together, but it'll show forth. And my thing is, it's not even about having it all together. It's about, what do you trust? What do you believe? That's what it comes down to. And then we could just own who we are, just own who you are, and don't care what other people think. Man, you live such an awesome life when you could just live your life, not trying to see try to get others to see you or get others to agree with you. Because you're going to come to realize most people don't care. They got their own ish going on. Most people looking at like, they trying to figure out how they can get help. If you really can't assist them in their walk, they really don't really care what you got going on. You can realize people really don't care. They, it's just like, you just have to decide what you care about. Because remember, this is a one-player game. Everyone else is just supporting cast. They're just background. They're just there for you. Everyone in your reality is there for you. And they're going to show up based on the script that you write. So what script are you writing? Are you writing a script that says people are haters, they're negative, they're low vibrational, no one supports you, no one understands you? Is that the script you're writing? What script are you writing? Hello, Mr. Ronnie. Were you meaning to come up? I don't know. I see a request. Oh, I think the taxi brought you up. Hello, Hello, Mr. Ronnie. Did you mean to come up?
No, I didn't.
I didn't think so.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
It's okay. So let there be. What do you want it to be? Because that's what it will be. Whatever you let it be. Just let it be. We are here to be. Be. And everything you do is because of who you are. Right? Everything that you do is because of who you are. Right? So who do you say that I am? And then let it be that. You don't have to go out and try to make it so, because it's already so. You just have to be it, which is what? Be still. And what? No. Be still and do what? No. That really does mean stop trying to make it so. You're not making anything. All the works are finished. You're just what? Calling those things that appear to be invisible, into visibility. That's all you're doing. Because everything already exists. The money is there. The health is there. The relationship is there. All you're doing, being God, you say, let there be. And then what does the script say? And it was. Let it be. Just let it be. Let there be. And it was. Let there be health, and let it be health. Which means what? When you're healthy people don't complain, don't have symptoms. That's what, right? Do healthy people have symptoms? Symptoms of what? Right? When you know that your body is at ease and healthy, are you talking about any symptoms? Of course not. When your body is well, you're just doing everything naturally, right? You're naturally doing whatever you would normally do. Well, that's the state you have to live from in order to allow health to be. You have to atone. You have to experience the atonement, which is what? Being of one mind. Atonement at one mind. It is necessary that you be of one mind. And so someone who's healthy only talks about being healthy, only sees themselves as healthy, only seeing themselves doing what they would naturally do because they are well. Someone that is expressing abundance because that's innately who you are. You are an abundant being, right? A person that has everything taken care of, is not complaining about nothing pertaining to money. You don't complain about prices. You don't complain about how much something costs, or, how often you have to pay for a thing, or, man, I can't believe they charging this. Well, you don't have to pay for it. Just make a decision you don't want to pay, but complaining about it is not about to make them lower their prices. Now, can you negotiate price? Of course. There's nothing wrong with saying, you desire to spend less to have the same experience. I want that experience, but I would want a discounted rate. You do get to declare that, but you're not doing that from a place of lack. You're doing that from a place of power. I mean, when I say mind science, it's a psychology book. Knowing the mind. Knowing how the mind works. That's what the Bible is about. Reminding you how the mind works. To know your own power. And the creative power in man is the mind. Right, Marcy. Like, you gonna stop buying them because their prices, like, you just not gonna eat eggs, which is your choice, right? It's the choice. If you choose not to eat eggs until those prices go down, then you may never eat eggs the rest of your life. Or you're like, hey, every time I purchase eggs, they're always on sale. You can create that reality, right? You can create that reality. Whenever I go into the store, the eggs are always on sale. I don't know what she's talking about. The price is always right. The price is right. The price is always right, whatever I decide to spend my money on. The price is always right. You can say that. The price is always right. Whatever that price is, it's always right for me. It's never too much. It's never too much. 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 In the words of Luther Vandross, it's never too much. Never too much. Never too much. Oh, okay. You say stand contented out of the way. How could you ever be in the way, Lynn? How could you ever be in the way? I mean, I'm not here to argue, but, I'll let you come up. You can have your say, just keep it, polite and easy.
Oh, of course.
Hello,
Yeah.
How are you?
Hello.
Welcome,
Okay.
welcome.
First off, I just also wanted to, lead off with, yes, I am a fellow believer in Lord Jesus Christ. So this isn't one of those like, well, actually, the Bible isn't. No, like we're not going down that route.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not Christians on this platform. I used to be a Christian, but no longer.
But you have Bible is mind science?
Yes.
Okay. Like, I mean, like, I do think you can, like, be a good way to understand how people think, but I wouldn't call it mind science just because of what science is.
What is science?
Science is provable concepts, and as in the case of psychology, it's also treatment member as well as understanding psychoses, mind processes, and other such thing. Also, like from the physical side versus not just philosophically. There is a difference between the philosophy side. Now you can argue that it's helpful for therapy, but it's not psychology and it's not psychiatry.
What's not? The Bible?
Yeah.
Interesting. Really?
Yeah.
So you don't use, so being a believer, you don't utilize the Bible for every avenue of your life?
No, I do. But like I said, it's a therapy tool. It's in the same way that therapy is also useful, not in the sense of it's a scientific study of the things that are, not the things that are not understood.
So what's not understood when it comes to the scripture? I guess I'm missing your point. I don't get what you're saying because
well, I mean, like
the Bible is
literally
the science, the mind science is provable. That's why it's a science, because you can't prove the Bible from a psychological perspective. I can most certainly prove it.
Science is supposed to be something that can be potentially proven.
Well, yes, I agree, but
in the physical sense.
But from the Greek, it means gnosis, right? It just means to know. That's what science means, right? To know.
But we speak English, no?
It doesn't matter. It still means to know. To know a thing. Because you just said it's provable, which means to know something, right? To know it from a physical perspective, right?
I mean, by that argument, it's a science that cookie dough ice cream is the best ice cream.
Okay. Who's going to argue that with you? You want an argument that you think that cookie dough ice cream is the best? You get to have that belief. Not going to take that from you.
No, I'm just saying that, like, that's not a science. That's not a scientific fact. That's an opinion.
How is that analogy or that example have anything to do with what I said about the Bible being mind science?
You said
you're not asking me what do I
mean
by it. Because you're not asking me what I mean by it. You're trying to tell me what I mean by it. See the difference? You're trying to tell me what I think as opposed to asking me what I'm saying when I say it's mind science. Like, you're not asking me for examples. You're trying to use your examples to prove what you are saying, which I'm not here to argue your belief, because I used to be a Christian, so I understand your perspective. The thing is that you're not trying to understand mine, and that's okay.
Oh, I thought I did ask what you meant by mind science. I would love for you to actually expound on that and how we actually can use it as mind science.
Right, because you have Romans 12:2.
Okay.
Be not conformed to this world, but how are you transformed? Do you know the scripture?
Yeah, being transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Right, mind. And then it also says in Proverbs, as a man thinks, so is he. Also talking about the mind. And then it uses the terminology words, and we know words come from the mind, correct? Comes from thought, right? So it says that life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. And then you have another script that says you are justified by your word, and you're also condemned by your word.
Okay.
So the Bible's about your word, about your mind, how you think. That's what the Bible's about. From Genesis to Revelations, it's all about how you're thinking, how you're utilizing your mind.
So then my follow-up question is, so then how do we apply said quote-unquote mind science? How do we apply it as mind science?
It tells you to repent, change the way you think. You know, repentance means to change the way you think, right?
To what?
To think the way you want life to be. So, an example, say someone feels that life is a struggle, that it's a hardship, that it's difficulty, that they never can get ahead in life. How you go about using this mind science known as the script, the Bible is a spell casting book. So you will use scriptures that will speak the opposite of what the example I just gave. And you would tell yourself, well, actually, I am here to live an abundant life. I am here to have peace that surpasses all understanding. I am here that my joy may be full. That if I decree and declare a thing, then it shall come to pass. That I should speak those things that be not as though they were. See, I changed the way I think about life, and then life has to change. But I have to test and prove this, which means I have to believe what I'm saying. And believe means to accept it as true. So I just can't just say it idly, like, in vain repetition, but I have to know it. I have to trust it. I have to have a conviction about it. And then I keep saying it, because a double-minded mind is unstable in all of his ways and shall not expect to receive anything from the Lord. So in order for me to have a changed life, I had to persist in a changed mind. That means I cannot ever again talk about how difficult life is if I want it to show up differently.
So is this more like a choosing how you approach the world?
Yes.
From your personal mindset, your worldview?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and see, I would definitely call that more of a philosophy than a science, but I definitely agree with it.
Is philosophy not a science?
Yes. Are you saying that philosophy is philosophy a science? No.
Okay, what is it?
It's a humanities. It's literally, it's known as the liberal arts. There's a reason why there's always a push for quote unquote STEM education, and one of them is science. And keep in mind, I love the humanities. They're my favorite. It also includes English, classics, reading, arts, all those sorts of things.
Mhm.
But because it's the kind of thing that cannot be hammered down, and most of these things, and really none of it has a true quote unquote correct answer all the time. Like,
well, yeah, that's the issue that comes across with religion, right? Because religion tells you there's a right or wrong, good or bad. The religion likes to tell you it's all about morality, correct?
and that is something that is in flux. Hence, philosophy, religion, and philosophy are often the same department at a college.
Right. And so I would that's why I saw it's a science, because the Bible is not a book of morality. That's why I call it psychology, because it has nothing to do with your moral belief system. It has nothing to do with the right or wrong or good or bad, a positive or negative. It has everything to do with the way you think.
No, it's trying to set out a moral guideline and also how to follow it. Because I don't know what you think the Ten Commandments are, but that's definitely a moral guidebook.
not-
Whether you follow it or not,
It's
it
not
is
that
one.
pure. If we really want to get into like the history of what the Old Testament is actually like, it's not actually as pure as that. So I don't want us to present it that way,
Yeah.
just because the Ten Commandments are marketed. So yeah, but I mean, honestly, that's not what this conversation is about.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's semantics at this point, I think. So if your just issue is the word science, then I'm not sure what else there really is to argue about.
Yeah. No, it's more because we've had a lot of problems in this country with, people being like, oh, yeah, this chemtrails cause all the issues in the world. It's science. And then they have nothing to back it up.
Yeah, I
Whereas,
understand
like,
that, but that's
science-
not this conversation. Like, if you're just taking issue
Yeah.
with the word science, I mean, science is used as a pretty broad word in general. I understand that, like, scientists might take
I
issue
thought you
with
said that
that.
words have power.
I mean, it gives. I guess it has the power that you decide it has. So if you're the one deciding that it's an issue, then there it is. It's an issue.
I mean, I can decide that the F word is not insulting to me. However, people are going to be still insulted if I say it.
Says who?
Not that I would. That'd be
I
a
mean,
terrible
but,
thing for me to
I
do.
curse all
But
the time. They already know that. I mean, it's
yes. Again,
oh
you're saying
oh
so. So this goes back to the script I referenced in Proverbs. As a man thinks, as you think, so are you. Not so am I. Not so everyone else in the room. Not everyone else in the world. It's you. It's how you think, not anybody else. Because that's what that scripture says. As a man thinks in his heart. So it's whatever you're thinking in your heart. So are you. The book is to you, it's not to anyone else. And that's what the problem with religion is. Religion makes it be an outward thing when it's an inner thing. I could care less if you could cuss all day long. I would not be offended. I could care less. The words you use to come out of your mouth to express the way you feel in a given moment. If you want to cuss, who cares? The only one that cares is you. You're the only one
no,
judging you. We're not
I
judging
actually
you.
wasn't talking about the FUCK. I wasn't talking about fuck. I was talking about the other one.
Again, I don't know which word you're talking about. Again, it doesn't matter.
The one that also means a bundle of sticks, but it used to be used to enforce homophobia.
some people take it personally, some people don't. It's all about how you see what those words mean. So, I mean, the whole point is that this conversation is about manifestation and, how we connect with the Bible in order to achieve that goal. So,
Basically.
Yeah. Can somebody explain what manifesting even is?
To bring the unseen, to make the unseen visible. That's all. You would say prayer. And I say
okay.
you're always manifesting because your thoughts always become things you experience. You're always manifesting, whether it's good, bad, ugly, sad, mad, glad. You're always experiencing your own belief system. That's all manifestation is.
Gotcha. No, I always thought that manifesting was, kind of like, I always thought it meant, trying to make things concrete, aka like, manifesting a, I don't know, like
A car.
manifesting a car and saying like, oh, I have made a car, but you can walk over and be like, okay, no, there is no car. I've walked through this quote unquote car, and every time I tried to sit on the skirt, I've fallen on my ass, and now I have rug burn. Like,
Okay, so I have a question for you. So the Bible says that you are to walk by faith and not by sight, correct?
yeah,
And so when you pray to God, you're asking for something that you can't physically see at the moment, correct? Right? So if you tell someone, well, I'm manifesting a car, and they're like, where is it? Well, I'm asking God for it, and he's going to bring it forth, but I don't see it. You're not saying anything different than somebody that uses magic, because you would just say prayer. You would say, I'm praying for a car versus I'm manifesting.
gotcha.
It's semantics.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So yeah, it's almost closer to the idea of hope.
Hope is in the script means a certitude of expectation, not wishful thinking. I know a lot of people use hope as if they're crossing their fingers and hoping to God, and then like maybe he will, maybe he won't, depending on how he feel that day. But in the script, when it says that now faith is the substance of things hoped for, it's saying that it's a certitude of expectation. And the evidence is not being able to see it yet. You can't see it yet, but you expect it to come. Why? Because you know God never fails. When you ask for a thing, because all the promises of God are yes and amen, are they not? And the only reason you will never get is because you don't believe you could have it, correct? Because it is your faith that makes you whole. Your faith.
As long as our hopes are things that are actually healthy and good for other people,
Really?
then yeah.
People don't have faith in the bad. Are you
Oh no,
serious?
they do. I'm just saying
Okay,
that.
so then,
I was saying that. Like, no, you're saying that like
people manifest.
if you manifest it, it will happen. I was like, please God, no. There's guys who are going like, I wish Jennifer Houston. I don't know why I picked Jennifer Houston, but Jennifer Houston would be in my bedroom right now, naked in my bed, and I'm gonna sit here and manifest it every single day of my life. Guess what? It's not gonna happen. Number one, she doesn't know you. Number two, she doesn't want you. But, like,
I
it's unrealistic and
mean,
Dua
stupid.
Lipa married a regular ass dude. So I'm sure he manifested her out of somewhere. He was some
Okay.
regular country.
Okay, well, I'm saying, like,
dude.
if it's just a random guy in Albany, New York or something who's just, like, I don't know, a computer programmer who only goes to do his errands and never leaves that area, I don't think he's ever going to meet Jennifer
and
Houston.
here's the thing, that's the problem with society. Because someone's a celebrity, we put them on a pedestal and think that they're not regular people. They're just regular
Exactly.
people who realize their dreams. They're
Exactly.
no different from everyday people. It's just they put them on take them off the pedestal, and you could manifest whatever you desire if you stop seeing them as above you and saw them.
So
as
manifesting also
possible.
includes effort.
Okay. What type of
No,
effort?
I'm saying in a good way,
What type of effort?
like putting in the work.
What kind of work?
You know, I'm manifesting a raise. I'm also
Okay.
going to show that I'm a good worker and actually that I deserve a raise. Not that now,
So do you think that people get things that they don't deserve?
no, they do.
Okay, so there you go. Do you need to show that you deserve it in order to manifest it? No, you don't. You just need to know that you have it already. And then it will show
the
up.
evilest CEOs. Then
What'd you say?
that shows a lot. Tells a lot about the evilest CEOs that they believe in themselves a lot. Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, there you go.
I was gonna say Elon Musk believes in himself a little bit too much, and he's manifesting.
I mean, yeah, that's
too
the
much.
issue is that morality.
You're going
is
like,
relative.
no, can you please stop manifesting for the love of all things good?
That's why we say there's no morality in this world. I mean, religion will make you want you to think so, but I can look at everyday life and show you that it's not so. That morality goes out the window for a lot of people when it comes to the things that they desire. They put morality out of the equation, and they decide that they can have it and they get it, and they don't care what other people think about it. They don't care that you're judging them while they swimming in a $1 billion, mansion. They could care less that you have a problem with it. They're not about to give up their money. They could care less.
Yeah, and I guess for me, morality is the hope that, well, guess what? When you swim in gold, gold is sharp and cuts you, and eventually you might drown in it because guess what? Gold bars are heavy.
Who said it has to be a bar? You could liquidate gold, right? Can it be liquid?
Yeah,
It could
but
be
it has to be
coins.
hot.
It don't have to be
It has to be
bars.
hot, and then
But
you,
it doesn't
and then
have to
you
be.
die
It
in
doesn't have to be bars though for it to be. It could be coins.
Or-
Coins don't have
You
no sharp
can't
answers.
swim in coins. I know Scrooge McDuck told us, but guess what? Wait, are we worshiping Scrooge McDuck?
I mean, you can lay on top of them. I mean, no more that you can swim in gold bars, right? But But why are you looking to? Well, why are you looking to the negative side of having wealth and not seeing the beauty of it?
Oh no, there can be beauty, but it's also like having to be responsible with it. I'm just saying that.
Honestly, think that Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are responsible with their money in real life. Do you really think that?
Not responsible as human beings who live on a planet.
No, they just have enough money that their money compounds. They don't have to be responsible with their money because they make so much money per day that it doesn't
No,
matter
I'm
what
talking
they spend.
about,
They could
like-
never outspend themselves.
No, I'm talking about like being responsible, like as a human being. Like, oh wow, I'm doing a lot of plane
Why would I
travel
want
and whatnot.
to get
Maybe I
money
should.
just to
Maybe
be
I should
irresponsible?
also donate lots of money to preserving other habitats. To kind of offset
So what?
what
Wait, what is your
I do.
point? Like, what is your issue? I'm still trying to figure this out because
No, I was just
being
kind of
irritated.
commenting that like it has its point. But
well,
yeah.
what is your point though? Like, what are you trying to say?
I was kind of off topic. My bad.
Okay, no worries. I'm just trying to figure out what you're trying to say
Yeah.
because we are not trying to agree
Yeah.
with terrible things or whatever, but we also agree that the world tells you that morality is not a real thing. It's relative, and it always has been.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's me projecting my hope or desire that there is some kind of order to who gets to manifest what.
Really? So who's deciding that?
Yeah, I thought like I'm choosing. you asked me to back down, and I'm like, okay, now I'm not sure what to do here.
Because I guess my
Genuinely,
thing
I'm
is,
like,
yeah, because my thing is, if this is so wrong and these things shouldn't be happening, and you say that you're a believer in God, then why are you just sitting idly by letting it happen if it shouldn't be happening?
me, I'm working on it. I'm just one person. I just have to get
No, I
everybody else
said
on
God,
Zoom.
not you. I said God. You're God. God is kind of just chilling on the scene and just watching everything take place and just letting it all happen. Just chilling.
I'd have to come back to you with in 24 hours with a little treatise and make sure I say all the right things, because I don't want to say it wrong and then be like, wait a second, that was definitely a heresy I just said.
Oh, okay. Well, get your gospel together, girl. Get your gospel together.
Yeah.
Make sure you
Like you have your
saying that
words
good
all
news,
together,
right?
like
Get
you've never
together.
like you've always said the exact right thing at every
No, I'm
single
just
time.
saying no one's
Like
gonna
you haven't
punish you.
accidentally called your boss dad on accident and absolutely wanted to die and go home, or go home and cry because you're like, no, I didn't mean to.
You're funny. I don't know, but yes, this platform. I don't argue belief systems. I say you get to have them. They're yours. I'm not ever trying to take your belief system away from you. On this platform, we only talk about manifesting our desired outcomes. We understand that the mind is powerful.
But that's a
Your word.
That's a belief system.
Right.
That
So
is
is you.
the
You have a
belief
belief
system.
system. I just said I'm not arguing belief systems. I
but
just saying
you're
it's wrong
like,
to have them.
this is
I'm not saying it's
science.
wrong to have them. I'm just saying I'm not going to argue mine no more than I want to argue yours.
You said it was science, not a belief.
Understand the concept of confirmation bias.
But I'm saying you don't have to agree. I'm not here to convince you of anything. If you don't think it's science, okay. Because the
that.
Bible has astronomy in
Answer.
it, astrology. Here's the thing. This is why I say it's science. It not only has neurology, anatomy, astrology, astronomy, psychology, numerology. You'll find that all in that script. That's why it's mind science. Because you're going to find every last science in there.
Well, I wouldn't call astrology a science either.
Well,
it's fun, but it's not a science.
You're welcome to disagree.
yeah, that wasn't the only one I named, though. It's interesting that you picked that out, but that's not the only one I named.
Well, I just picked out that one, but I could also get into numerology too.
Because you're not going to argue cosmology and astronomy and neurology and anatomy, because know those are the sciences.
Because they're concrete things that you can study. You can cut open a brain. You can actually talk in it.
Point. You disagree with Toya's point. So what now?
This is TikTok.
Yeah, but we've already told you before, this is not a debate live. So if you're welcome to listen if you'd like, but we're not going to keep debating about something that you feel very strongly about.
Yeah, no, it was more me being like, can we please use correct words for things? It makes everything better.
Words change meaning all the time, and if you're a scientist or you know science at all, you understand that. As an English major, I know that to be a fact. Hence the F word that you mentioned. That word changed meaning many times.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
very true.
I mean, I'm not saying that this isn't something you can't be upset about. I'm just saying, like, that point isn't really valid.
But never mind. You know what? You're right. This is not a debate live, which is why I'm going to say adios, because I have not eaten yet and I'm hungry.
Adios.
All right, I mean, just like,
No, you good. You're good.
You're on a roll.
You know, my sister, she wanted to debate so bad. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of
It's
those
like
things.
science. It's not a science. It's philosophy. It's religion. It's okay.
Yeah, sure, okay. That's all that. And now what? Now what? Where do we go from here? The thing is that the whole thing about the
I mean,
word.
because it's all things, right? The Bible
For
isn't
sure.
separating anything out.
Yep.
It isn't.
I could bring a lot of examples of how words have changed meaning over the years. So
Man, because now we don't speak Greek, but you know that's where that word came from.
right. I mean,
Doesn't
what are we
matter
talking
if we
about?
speak it. You know that's where we got the
We
word
speak
from.
English. English has a ton of Latin and Greek root words. So
Yes.
there's not really anything else.
But yes, when the definition doesn't fit your stance, you have a problem with it now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all that's the thing about science is that, I mean, years and years ago when the Bible was written, people thought the earth was flat. Which,
Yeah.
and they're welcome to still think that now, but I'm just saying that the concept of what people discover changes over time.
Yep.
And that's okay.
Yep. Yep. That's it.
And that's all I came up for. You were on a roll.
He said I was on the roll.
You were on a roll.
Because, I mean, even though she really couldn't argue anything, I say other than she didn't like the word. Like, girl, that's what I'm saying. You got a
At
problem
that
with.
point, it's
What?
semantics. At that point, it's semantics. Because if you really want to think about the word science, people use that word in a lot of different ways. And I'm not saying, and the ways that I'm thinking about are when people talk about like pseudoscience, and they use it as like not a prefix, whatever the opposite word of prefix is.
Mm-hmm.
So they use it at the end of words. So if we're just talking about the word itself, it can't
Right, the suffix.
often-
Yeah.
Yeah, suffix. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, yeah, you get the point.
Say not in the comments unraveling.
Not that deep. We're just trying to say, like, this is about manifestation. If you're just taking issue with the terminology, then it's semantics at this point. You're welcome to disbelieve or believe however you want. But as she came up, there was someone else that was trying to come up who I think was trying to debate, but I just didn't let him up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carry on, Miss Toya.
Yeah. I just brought her up just to have a different conversation because I was talking. Kia.
For sure.
And just wanted to, because he said that it was anyone else wondering why did I invite her up,
Okay.
Just, it was cool. It was nothing that was crazy,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just to point out that, yeah, girl, you talking about you different, but you ain't different.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like the evidence, or if we want to talk about science and we look at the evidence is that morality is relative. That's what the evidence is showing. Because you can see how people live and act in this day and age.
Yeah, and I think she thought she was going to get us to debate, and then she saw that that's not what this conversation was going.
Mm-mm.
It's like, no one cares if you don't like the word.
Yeah. When you get down to that point, it's just semantics. So.
And that's the thing. That's why, yes, we talk about different meanings of words, but you can give any meaning to a word that you want to. That's why we use slang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Because we take words and we give them, and we even though you're not going to find the definition in the dictionary, we take words all the time and make them mean something different than what we're saying.
Yeah. And it becomes once it becomes a shared lexicon, even it didn't even have to do that, but once it becomes shared,
Yep.
then the word of the meaning of the word has really changed.
Yep.
Sorry, I can talk about that. That's my area of study. So I can talk about that all day.
Yeah. Just, yeah. And it's okay to hear other perspectives. I know sometimes we be in our own little silo, and it's groovy and it's cool, But just to show people, we all are saying the same thing. You have it wrapped up in religion, and we just know that religion is less limiting. It's so, and it's so It makes you look judge on the out instead of judging from within, right? Because the whole conversation is about what other people were doing. None of this conversation was about her personal, right? Her personal accountability. It's about the Kim chair, what they're saying about the chemtrails, what billionaires are doing, and what this is doing, and how I couldn't manifest this, and it was all limiting, so limiting, right? And so super focused on what others are doing, and that's not the point of life. And that's what religion has you do. Religion has you judging everything but yourself.
Facts, yeah.
The only place you judge yourself is when you admit that you're a sinner, and that's about as far as you go. And then everything else is somebody else's fault.
Yeah, I definitely think that the religious construct is a way to feel superior.
Mm-hmm.
And having been a Christian and felt that way myself, that's how I felt, and I can definitely recognize it now.
Right, like I'm so special. Do you not know? Not only one devil, but legions have to come after me, because I guess I gotta work so dominant, so powerful. They gonna definitely try to keep me from sharing this truth. Really?
Literally.
Really?
I was having a conversation this morning with this Muslim guy who I follow, and he talks about Islam and stuff like that. And I just go to learn because I don't know very much about Islam. But long story short, the whole conversation is just about like how oh shoot, now I lost my train of thought. Sorry, I'm sleepy. What were you saying? What were you saying before?
That's okay. You were just saying how everything is outward, and how they looking for the devil to like thwart their mission.
Yeah, I was talking
They're
to
on
him
a
this
mission
morning. I
for
was
the
like,
Lord.
we are literally like everyday people. Like I told him, I was like, the history that we read about and stuff like that is all from big people, like people who were like bigger than life in their day and time. And when we pass away, unless we become famous or something like that, so what, the stories that we have with us will also die with us, right? So like, not literally, but you know what I mean? Like we're everyday people. So so this whole concept of like devils and people trying to stop you from doing shit, and what are we talking about? Are you that important? Like, who's really that important that the devils are really trying to come after you for that? Like, what are we really talking about here?
Because I'm out here trying to spread the good news. I'm out here trying to get people saved for the Lord, so we can have 10 billion people up in heaven. We got to have zillions of people up in heaven. And I'm out here trying to make sure folks go to glory. And the devil don't want you to go to glory. So he gonna try to keep me from telling you about the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. So he out to thwart my my mission. Because I
in America, where there's literally a church on every corner, okay, where Christianity is the main religion here, where most
you
people
can at
are
any
raised
time
Christian.
somebody can walk up in the church and hear
Literally.
here. They don't need you to be the personal person that they need to their personal
The
savior.
message is not being lost, we promise. It's just, I don't know, people really overestimate their own internal, like their own individual importance, Sorry, it's just like getting to me, because it's like I live in Indiana where like people there is a church on every corner here, and I'm sure in the like Bible Belt and South and stuff like that too. So it's just like the message is not getting lost. I don't know why you think people aren't getting the message. It's like, what are we really talking about here? What's really going on? Sorry, it's bothering me.
Yeah, it's funny. Hey, Mia.
Hey, Toya. Hey, Latoxic.
Yeah, sorry, I had to find the mute button. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Just sitting back giggling with y'all. I was laughing about what Latoxic said, talking about like when people be like, the devil's after getting, like, why do people think they're so important that the devil's just seeking people out? Like, it's you. It's just you after you.
What are we, right? Because what are we talking about? The devil? What devil? What size devil are we talking about? The small size? The medium size?
Girl, they got legions. The legion
Like,
of boom. The legion of boom is after them.
No, literally.
You gotta come hard for them because they too powerful. One devil ain't
crazy.
gonna cut it. They need the Legion of Boom.
Ooh, I must be powerful.
'Cause, like, what are you doing in your everyday life where you're like, oh my God, the devil's gotta stop me today? Like, what are we
Somebody
talking
stop
about?
me.
You like the guy that's praying and the light get the flickering. The devil don't
Right.
want me to pray. Like,
Oh my God.
like that's that was just so funny
So
to me. Like,
funny.
really?
Better
That's
stop
what came
you
to your
from being
mind?
great.
Because the light was flickering, that the devil didn't want you on your knees.
Right. Like while you're watching Netflix, like what are we talking about? Like be so fucking for real. Like sorry, there's so
Where
many
did
people who
on
are
your
doing
knees
so much more
start?
important things.
I thought that was so funny. Like,
started
not
the
the
praying on
light
your
is
knees
flickering, and so
anyway?
they got to be the devil. Not that you may have a shortage. Not that the light bulb may
Right.
be expiring,
You want
and
to know
it's time to
something?
change the bulb. No, the devil after me. What?
Crazy.
Maybe
How
you
long
have
you
a
hit that bulb
short.
in that light?
Don't you live in
Lamp.
Chicago, the windy city? It's just windy outside.
Literally, like,
flickering.
it's for me. It's October. Like, what are we talking about?
It's just a little windy. But you know what's so funny when you think about it? People don't want to admit to it, but they really low key give the devil, Satan, Lucifer, whoever you want to call him, way more credit and power than God.
Mm-hmm. Way more credit.
Like Lucifer be running them like a remote control all day, but then they be on their knees till them knees is black, trying to just beg for things to happen. But devil be in their life from sun up to sundown. The devil was on me today. Well, did you get blessed? You know what I'm saying? Like people just give the influence of Satan over their lives so much.
So much.
But where was God in your life today? You act like God don't have no influence.
Yeah.
It's given Satan's in first place.
First place. And like he just God letting Satan, you know, he don't putting more on me than I can bear. You know, they love that.
Oh,
God ain't putting no more on me than I can bear. Please
It's giving
take
God
this
trying
cup
to
away
punish
from
you.
me. And then they be like, please take this cup. But then they be like, then they try to use that Jesus script. When Jesus asks that the cup be taken away with her. He here to go through what he went through, so you gonna have to go through what you going through.
I'm sorry. I had to my grocery order. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Why do people think that why would God take your lifetime to test you all the time? Didn't God test Jesus? Wasn't Jesus sacrificing all he went through the test? Why do I need to go through a lifetime of tests to prove myself?
And if you believe in Jesus, he did way more important things than most people will do. So, like,
All I had to do was be saved and be baptized. Why the hell I got to keep going through trials and tribulations too?
exactly.
Never understand it.
You know, and it's like you just believe like life has to be hard. No, it don't. Who told you that?
No, thank you.
And when I think about the Garden of Eden, and when I think about what it represents, think about it. Because you chose double-mindedness, now life got to be hard for you because you think that there's a side that has to be hard. Remember, I gave you everything. The garden is yours. You have everything. You don't have to work for nothing. But now you have double-mindedness. You feel like, but what if I got to work for it?
Yup.
Now you got to work for it.
Yup.
Oh, I'm gonna give you childbirth, but what it's gotta hurt. But you naked. I'm nude. You like it's like you gotta have all this doubt. You gotta work for it because you believe you do.
Yeah.
When everything could come so easy for you, you have everything, anything you want. God told anything you want, you can have. It is, but that doubt seep in, and now you but and how, when, why, but what if? Who told you the doubt that you got in your mind? Who told you that?
Yep.
Who told you there was a possibility of the other side?
Yep.
Who told you that
your knowledge of good and evil?
Thank you. Someone told you that life is transactional. You got to do something to get something. Ooh. You got to be enough of something to get something. You got to be good enough to us. You got to be good enough to somebody outside of you to get it.
Yep. And that's really quote unquote breaking the matrix, is to realize that life was never meant to be transactional.
Never.
That you possess all things.
The alignment you need to have is within you.
Yep.
You don't need to be aligned with the world. You need to be aligned with God.
You don't have to do anything to make it so, because it's already so.
It's already
You were
so.
never meant to go out and earn a living. You're
But I
supposed to
gotta go
call
work the
forth.
ground. Now you believe you gotta go work the ground. Now you gotta go to work to make money. You are money. You are money. Somebody told you gotta go make money. Somebody told you gotta go work hard and do all this stuff and be broke. Some of the people that got all the jobs don't never have no money. Or
Talk
don't never
about
have
it.
time to spend the money, right? They're working and they're miserable.
Sometimes there's people who don't work who just be chilling.
Just be chilling.
Okay.
Man. And get mad that they
So
living off the
that's it.
government because the government is down. That's
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 why a
why
lot
the
of people
don't
mad at
understand.
government. That's why a lot of people mad at people on food stamps and stuff because people sometimes get mad at people who are poor who are content.
Yep. How
is
you
so
gonna be happy with just because everything is taken care of? I got a place to live.
Yep.
I got
You gonna be
food.
happy with them 5 kids and no husband in Section 8 with all them groceries in your fridge and that little car because I got everything I need. Who cares how I got it? Who cares about systematic racism? I got it and I'm happy.
That
And you're
part.
mad about it.
That part.
So, and it's just like focusing on other people while you sitting over there mad. Learn how to be happy with where you at. Who cares? Who
I think
cares?
it's
Who cares if you
judgment.
don't agree? You should just be happy that that person who you deem as poor is happy with where they're at.
Yep. Yep. And they are. They like I can travel still. I can do.
They be going to the Bahamas on Afterpay.
That part.
Look, hey, however you get there is how you get there. I'll book a look. I went to go see Chris Brown on Affirm.
There you go.
Look, I'll affirm a trip in a second. And I make money. I don't care. Just because I make money don't mean I want to spend it.
Thing is, it's your reality. You get to do whatever you want to do. That's the thing. There's no rules to this. And we keep talking about rules when there are none. The rules are made up. What don't we get about that, right? A group of people got in a room and said, what laws are we going to create to control the masses?
Yeah.
And then the masses say, yep, you're right. We need to be controlled.
Yep.
You're right. We need a leader. King, we need a king.
Yep.
Can we have a king? Says the Israelites
Yep.
to Samuel, the judge. He's like, hold up, wait a minute. They like, look, everybody else got kings. We want to be like everybody else. See what happens when you try to be like everybody else? And every time you want to be like everybody else. We did not come here to conform. We came here to be an expression of uniqueness, to be unique,
Yes.
right? Not that you can be inspired by others, right? Not that you can be a Kobe Bryant and be inspired by Michael Jordan, who got 6 rings and then you get 5. Not that you can be inspired.
Yeah.
To be inspired to greatness. Let me study this man. That's what Reverend Ike was telling you, right? He said, get fascinated with the thing you're desiring and go study people that are wealthy if that's your desire.
But you know why? We got to create kings, Toya. You know what they said? We said, man, Michael Jordan is amazing. He's going to make children know what they can be. But guess what? We got to turn him into an idol. We got to put him on somebody outside of them so they can worship someone outside of them and not know that they could be him. So let's make him an idol. Let's make him a shoe. Let's make him a jersey. Let's make him a symbol that we put on everything so that he's become something bigger than them.
Well, I see it as Jordan knew that he was God, and so everybody else had to play their part to show that he was God. Because that's what they call him. They call him God.
LeBron James called himself God.
Well, LeBron called himself King James.
King James. Ooh, that's a name for yourself. That's a name for
But
yourself.
if you look at if you look at some of these NBA players that played back in the 90s with Jordan, go on YouTube and look at some of when anybody that talks about Jordan. They still call him God.
Yes, he had an aura.
All right?
Yeah.
And he wasn't trying to be anything. He knew who he was. And I think he should just be inspiring us to, be like Mike in that, not be Mike, but be like Mike. Just like Jesus, not Be
Yes.
like Jesus, right?
Yes.
Know who you are. Be determined. Be a one mind,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Be committed.
Yes.
You want to be great, then say that you're great. And then the things that require greatness, you're going to easily
Yes.
do. Michael Jordan didn't make it like it hard. Like, I'm sure, but he had it in him when he kept telling himself that somebody told him you got to put this work in, and it was something he desired.
Yes.
Then the work that he desired to do was effortless for him.
Absolutely. And that's what I meant. I meant that, he knew who he was, right?
Right.
They just the outside world perverted it into something to idolize, but he got where he was because he knew who he was.
Right. And it's just about knowing who we are, right? And deciding what we want and then allowing it to happen, right?
Yes.
A lot of times we don't allow it to happen. We think of all these reasons why it can't happen.
Absolutely. You don't know you great. And a lot of people and I understand, because we don't live in a world that appreciates knowing you're great, because then you're arrogant, then you're this, then you're narcissist, then you're this. It's like, why do we train people after the age of 6, 7 that you don't think of yourself as the most wonderful person on earth? After the age of 6 or 7, you're arrogant if you think that about yourself, right? We teach little kids to think you can do anything, you can be anything. We want to affirm kids to the death. But after a certain age, you're arrogant and narcissist, and you think you're too much if you think that way about yourself.
And here's the thing. We wanted to experience it because the experience is the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Experience is the teacher. Like, you don't know until you experience it. You could say you know. You could say you know something because someone else told you, but do you really know it for yourself until you experience it for yourself?
Yes, yes.
Right?
And we forgot. And sometimes we forget. You forget that feeling of just knowing who you are and just being, as a child. And then you have to, the social world kind of has, interrupted our experience. So, for me personally, in my personal experience, that's one of those things in the transformation of my mind, is just going back and undoing all of that and going back into myself and knowing that I am one. It's just me. The world is a reflection of me. There is no other. So I don't need to focus on the outside. I need to start from the inside out and just go back to the roots of it all. And that's my personal journey.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's no right or wrong, right? It's whatever you feel is necessary for you to remember who you are, right? So some people do feel like, I got to do shadow work. I got to do healing journey. I got to do whatever they got to do, right? There's no right or wrong. It's whatever you say. It's just when people try to tell you, well, this is how I did it, so you must do it my way.
Exactly.
That's
impossible.
That's how you were required to do all of that.
Exactly. One player game. You're still holding somebody else's remote.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're okay. No, you can jump in anytime. No, you're still trying to hold on to someone else's remote. You cannot. There's only one experience, and no one. And that's why I'm. We get on these panels, and yes, we talk, but it's never like Toya's never telling anyone what to do. Right? She's just sharing information, and you really have to be careful about telling someone what to do. And that's why even advice, I'm real particular about getting advice for people, because you can't, and giving advice, right? Because there's only one experience.
And people want to be told.
Yes.
That's the thing. The people that have like the most followers and all of that is because people don't want to be accountable for their own choices. They want to say, well, my coach told me to do this, or this person said to do that, or this person said I should do this. People want to be told what to do. They are looking for somebody to guide them and to lead them to the water. Lead me to the water. Lead me. Please let me follow you.
That takes accountability, doesn't it? Right?
It does.
When someone told you to, well, Toya told me to do this and it didn't work.
Yep. That's when I'm like, nah, you ain't gonna see Toya told you to do anything.
I'm gonna go find someone else to watch. And that's the problem. You want someone else to blame and to be accountable because you didn't do the work. You have to do the work for it to work.
Yep. You have to work it.
You gotta work it. Work it. Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Yep. What you want to say, Toxic?
No, I was just gonna say, you mentioned like the whole shadow work thing and all that, and I was just like, you could easily just say like, I'm healed and made whole, like the Bible says, right? Like I'm healed and made whole. So I don't have to dig in and do all this extra stuff and dig up all kinds of extra. No, I'm healed. I'm healed.
Yep. Just proclaim it. Speak it. Whatever, because it's whatever you say, that's what it is. And we just got to know the power of our word, right? That the word heals. The word transforms. The word that you speak, it is spirit and it is life. So it gives life to you the moment you speak it. But yeah, if you say, no, I got to do this first. I got to do this first. And then the law says, okay, I'll wait for you. Go ahead and do whatever you got to do. I'll be waiting right here. Not until you decree and declare that the thing you're desiring, you already are. Because you don't have to get ready. You already are that what you're desiring to be. You are it.
You are it. And it's amazing. I heard something that, if you can, what's the word? If you can see it, you can be it. I know that's in probably one of them Disney songs. If I can see it. Oh, I believe I can fly. Oh, not R. Kelly. Not R. Kelly, Lord. But, R. Kelly put his foot up in that song. Robert Kelly, man can sing. Shout out to Chicago. Robert Kelly, I'm sorry. I don't look, but that's a beautiful singing, great songwriting man.
Yeah.
But if I can see it, I can be it. And that just brings it to your imagination. And I believe I can fly. Like that song is a great song. I'm sorry.
Get it?
I'm sorry. It's a wonderful, beautiful song. Shout out to that
song. I think of Space Jam.
Yes, but
Michael
and
Jordan.
it's a song,
We lean back to
right?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Yep.
The song is about manifestation. It's about being who you want to be, and you can be anything. And you take it. Oh, it's a song for children. It's about you. It's literally about you. If you can see it, you can be it. I envision it. Why do you think you can create stories? You can create stories of your worst nightmare. You can create stories of your biggest fantasies. And the reason why you can see your dreams coming true, because it can be there. It's there. It's yours.
Yeah. And we're still trying to climb mountains instead of asking the mountain to be moved. Still trying to prove worthiness. Well, let me do this work over here first. No. If you're gonna study, if you understand the ministry of the Christ and all the miracles are performed, was there anything, the only thing they had, the doing that they were told to do in receiving the blessing was to prove that they already had the blessing, right? Go to 10 lepers, go show yourself to the priest. And as they went to show themselves to the priest, they were healed.
Wow. And I think it's so amazing.
Right?
If
I could just touch the hem of his garment. If I could just touch the hem of his garment, I shall be healed. Who touched me? I perceive that virtue has gone out of me. Because there was nothing to do but what? Believe. If thou canst believe, all things are possible to them that believe. That's the only requirement. Not a shadow work, not a healing journey, not a technique, only belief.
And it's all through the Bible. It's through the Bible a zillion times. It don't tell you nothing in the Bible about doing nothing but believing.
Just be still. We too busy being told what to do when you will be shown. You will be shown what to do. And it's going to be so natural. This is what I love about Neville Goddard. Because we be sitting up here looking for these miraculous things. Like we be looking for signs like, oh, if I got a shooting star, or, oh, I want a red Mercedes truck. Man, if I see 10 Mercedes trucks, that means I can have it. Like looking for all these signs. When the thing that you desire comes so naturally, it happens, you're going to think it would have happened anyway. You're going to forget that it was you that caused it to come just by you declaring it. Because it happens so naturally. You're like, damn, it was that easy? It got to be a trick to it. And so when you ask for the next thing, you think, well, that was too easy. I must got to work for this next one. So you figure out how can you work to get the next thing? When you to get the next thing was the same way you got the last thing. Do nothing. believe you already have it, and then go your way. You're supposed to see yourself with it. And seeing yourself with it isn't so much about visualizing. I know people talk about envisioning, but I don't remember no. Again, I'm gonna go back to the script. I don't remember nobody had to sit there and see themselves with it when they asked Christ for it. The only question was, do you believe I can do it? Yeah, I believe it. Okay, it's yours. What would you have me do for you? I want my sight. Do you believe I can do it? Yup. Okay, it's yours. Hey, all you gotta do is speak the word. All they gotta do is speak the word. Yeah, then my servant be healed. Okay. Oh, I haven't seen such greater faith in all of Israel. All you need me to speak the word. Yeah, just speak the word. Just say it's so. Oh, it's so. Okay. The word, because Christ was the living word, right? He was the word made flesh, right? He was the walking word, right? You're the walking word. That's all you have to say is your word. That's it. It ain't nothing else. We want it to be more because that's too simple. The reasoning man is like, ain't no way it's just going to come just because I say so. And then the script is like, oh, prove me. Bring all that tithe to the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house. Because you the house of God, right? You the church. The tithe is what? The desire. Bring that tithe to me. Bring me that desire. So there should be sustenance, which is the meat, the substance. And prove me now herewith and see. If I will not open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you don't have room enough to receive. But you got to prove it. Why? By just declaring it. Bring it to God. That's it. Bring it to the altar. Put it on the altar. When you put it on the altar, you're supposed to leave it there, right? And then let God do what it's going to do. But we think we're supposed to help God do his job. Do its job. We think we're supposed to help God do his job. When they say, wait a minute, the works are finished. I already did it. What you trying to do? You can't make nothing happen because I, my own self, can do nothing. My awareness, my Father does the work. So if we're saying the Father does the work, which is the awareness, what are you doing? Trying to be busy. Busy doing nothing. Busy doing nothing. People so busy doing nothing. They just want to appear to be doing something. Oh, you don't understand. I'm grinding. I'm putting on this work. Because you want to say that you did it. Because you want the glory. Which is that lower nature wants the glory. That's why the script says, oh, be careful about those who want those chief seats, who pray openly in the center of they want to stand up openly and pray. Oh, they got their reward. Because they just want to be known for their great prayers. How pious they are. They just want to be seen by others. Oh, you got your reward. But what's done in secret, God rewards openly. So you ain't got to worry about being seen. You're going to be seen. Because what is done in dark shall be brought to light. You don't got to worry about it. So don't worry about trying to like, who gonna know, who gonna see. Don't worry about all that. What's done in secret shall be brought to light. Yup, busy in their own way. They're like, bring all that money. Bring me that money. Bring me that money. Shut the doors. Shut the doors. Shut the doors. Y'all ain't going nowhere but to eat. We gonna all leave here together. Shut them doors. Bring me that money, honey. I need that money, honey. But the people, here's the thing. You can't even judge the pastors because the people want it that way. The people saw nothing wrong with it. They thought it was funny. They thought it was cute. Because that's what you have been trained to do, right? The mind is trained to obey authority.
They want a king.
There you go. That's why people find it difficult to trust themselves because we've been trained to trust others for so long, right? And then when you're told no, you're supposed to trust in the God in you. You're like, wait a minute, I don't know about all that, because I know when I made decisions and when I made choices, it didn't work out so well because you were still trusting in the lower nature. You were trusting in the five senses. You're not to walk by sight. You're to walk by faith. You have to trust not knowing. You have to trust being led by the Spirit. Because those that are led by the Spirit of God, oh, they are the sons of God. Those who put their total trust in not knowing. People are like, how I'm going to do that? I can't just blindly trust. You already blindly trust when you trust that pastor and that minister and that evangelist. You already blindly trusting. What you talking about? You can't blindly trust. You already blindly trusting. You don't know if they actually hearing from God. They told you they weren't. It sounded good, and so you you went with it. You went with it. Hey, Silas.
Hey, my dear, how are you, beloved?
Great. How are you?
I'm great, sister.
Great. That's beautiful.
I always, I'm always looking for you. I was earlier, and I was driving in the highway, So I just before I go to bed, I have to work in the morning. But the topic is always awesome. I feel like this, right? It comes to the point right now. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel. Sometimes I feel tiring. I feel tired. You know how I feel tired? Because I know for a fact that those things we're just making them up. Because especially I can speak for myself. Because the experience that I have is not come from man. It's not the book that I read, or I'm just making up stuff. It revealed to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's only so much you can say. You know what I mean? You okay, baby? It's only so much you can say, because those who's chosen, it's automatic. But you have to pay the price. You have to go to it. Because I can speak with the passion, because, I don't just woke up in one morning and I know what I know. And every day it gets stronger and stronger every day. Even those things I didn't know, I was questioning. I said, wait a minute. Something right with that picture here. Like when I go to church and those call themselves pastor, whatever they want to call themselves, and I always feel like something, right? Why I'm feeling this way? But gradually, I ask God for wisdom, understanding, then I start, things revealed to me. And it's very hard for you to even talk about it to people who not chosen. It's hard. That's why sometimes I feel like I'm not even talking about it no more. Whatever. Because it's not for them. You can talk from here until tomorrow. Some will never get it. And the more you tap into your reality, the more easier it gets for you to understand things.
So do you think you're supposed to be trying to convince people of this?
No, I'm not.
So then why would you be tired?
Well, because there's only so much you can say.
I'm saying, but if you're not here to convince anyone of anything, what are you tired of? Because you should be living your best life, letting your light so shine that men may see your good work, and then they'll be drawn into you, and then you don't have to try to convince anyone of anything. They're going to come to you wanting to know, right? Yeah. So what's so hard? What's so hard about that?
It is.
And what do you? Well, I guess. Wait. Hold on. So what do you?
You wake up.
What do you mean chosen? Because there's only two types of people in the world.
Yep.
Only two. Those who know that they're God and those who don't. But they're all God.
Well, they don't even know it though.
They just don't. Everybody just haven't remembered that they're God, right? Everyone hasn't remembered who they are. And so I don't judge the without. I mean, we talk about the without because we used to be one, right? We talk about Christians because I used to be a Christian, so
Absolutely.
I can laugh and
Right.
giggle and be like, yeah, it's tripped out, make light of what's going on, but not taking anything personal, not being
Hmm.
offended by anything because we
No, of
once
course.
walked in that way, right?
Right. Right.
And my
Hmm.
thing is that we all are chosen. We all
Right.
chose to come into this
Absolutely.
experience and to forget
Hmm.
who we were, and then leave ourselves breadcrumbs to once again awaken to who we are, to
Hmm.
remember who
Hmm.
we are, right?
Right. Right.
So I just like to. So when we're talking to us, let's
Hmm.
just talk about the power and
Hmm.
not those who are not aware of the power,
Okay, I
right?
got you. Yep.
Right, because
Absolutely.
they're in their own lane.
Right. That's what
They're
I'm
in
trying
their
to
own
say.
lane. Let them have
That's
their
what I'm trying to
lane. Let
say.
they have their
Yes.
beliefs. They get to have. Nobody's trying to snatch them away, because when it's time for them to awaken, they will.
Hmm.
Because I know that awakening is a happening. It's not something you force. It's not something you make.
No.
It's something that
No.
happens to you.
Yep. Absolutely. That's what I meant to. I'm trying to say. Because here you go. I'm just being sincere.
Mm-hmm.
When I speak, I try to be sincere, and I'm being speaking within myself.
Mm-hmm.
That is from my experience. What I know is really is true. Without just making it, how people would think, well, you live in illusion. No, this is not illusion things. And that's why when you speak, I understand your passions. Because I'm that. This happened to me overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I can relate to you, what you're saying. And what's amazing is the fact that you can find somebody who can speak your language, don't even meet him face to face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's no way you can have 100 other people as crazy thinking like that. It doesn't happen by accident. So it is the reality. That's why I'm very passionate about what I'm trying to say. It's real, and I can listen to you all day long. Everything you say is fact because I'm saying it to myself all the time, even though I don't speak to nobody else. You see what I'm saying to you? That's confirmation for me.
Mm-hmm.
That means I know I'm not crazy.
Right. Nah, you're not crazy.
I know I ain't crazy. So that's why I'm just pushing that strength behind when you speak and what I'm trying to say. You might come out different, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just using the confirmation that I know I ain't crazy. Because there's no way you can say the stuff that you said, the thing you think and what you know. And I know it. And he revealed to me. But I'm going to tell you something, right? These things revealed to me that I used to go to family, so-called family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the spirit themselves come in and say, listen, this is who you are. Do not go to people where you came from who know you. They will not believe you. Don't tell them. It's not for everyone. It's not for them. You see what I'm saying to you? Because especially when you come to family, who they think they think that's nothing to the little girl they was growing up with, or the little boy you was growing up with, but they don't understand though. You are God, and you know things that maybe they don't even beginning to know. Are they gonna believe you? No, they will think you crazy. So that's I'm putting pressure in what I'm saying. What you're saying is truth and is reality. Because he revealed to me. I can say some stuff right now. Some people who not in that level will never believe I tell the truth. But it is the truth. There's things that I see every day. But I can't just tell it to just anybody. It got to be those are the ones who know. But we can speak about it. Those who's listening, they will begin to say, okay, you know what? Ain't no way these people crazy say the same exact thing. Because I'm a living proof. I'm a living proof, evidence within myself that I know there's everything you say, it is true. As a matter of fact, I learned to live it that way. I make that a priority. If I'm gonna get up this morning, I'm gonna speak it. I'm gonna speak what I want, and I expect for it to happen. Period.
Yep.
So when the more you get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, the more stronger you get, more stronger, and then the more those that who don't know themselves, they will take you crazy, and especially people who close to you.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to realize that it's not about what other people think. It only matters what you think,
Why? That's what I'm
right? And
saying. I'm
and
just
just
making a point.
yeah.
I used to worry about what people think, what family thinks, and no, it don't matter to me anymore. I don't care what you think
Yeah.
because I know what I know, and I know what's revealed to me. So don't make it personal
Right.
because you might have a certain experience. I might have the same experience, but it's different. For, you know what I mean? A different aspect. I have
Yeah.
to learn that.
You just gotta live your life. Let others live theirs. Those who want to
Right.
know what you're doing and how you have the peace and the joy and the
Mm-hmm.
and the abundance, they'll come to you and they'll ask. And they may not even necessarily want to even go full throttle, but they just want, more money in their experience. They just want better health in their
Right.
experience. They didn't mean
Right.
just want better relationships, and you'll be able to provide that for them, and then move on with life, because I'm not here to judge someone else's
Me either.
journey or experience, right? You just
Right.
let people have what they're experiencing, because
You
eventually they'll come to themselves, either in this life or the next, or whenever it happens.
you know what's so amazing, right? Um, Friday I got up from work, right, and I drove. I took 95. I'm in Florida. I took 95, went down in West Palm Beach and Fort Lauderdale. There's so much happening. Even yesterday, Monday, today, I didn't go to work. I was experiencing things that I never thought exist. So, you know, I drove to a gas station this morning. Well, I went the other day and I get a cup of it, and this lady saw me, and she said to me, "You bring drunk people," like that. And I went inside the gas station. She said, "You bring people. You're happy. You feel
Oh, you're breaking up, Silas.
love." Okay,
You're
I
breaking
said
up.
because I'm love. Okay, can you hear me now?
It's still breaking up.
Well, sometimes the signal went up and down.
Still a lot of static. It's a lot of static.
Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So that was, I'm looking
You're
for
breaking up again.
things that I. Okay, maybe it's the fun doing that then, because I heard you perfectly fine.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really, I don't know. I don't know why you're breaking up so much, but yes,
I,
we can
I,
barely make out what you're saying.
okay, what? Well, when I'm here, where I'm here is very quiet. I guess you got something, something that
Yes, it's still breaking up a lot. I don't know if you want to close the app and come back maybe, but it's still breaking up really, really
yeah,
bad.
yeah, you
Yeah, I
can
don't
do
know.
that. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Let
Okay.
me the app and come. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with the reception there. But yeah, let's see. Let's see, come back and then get ready to close the live. But let's remain faithful to our desires, remain, I know things happen in life that we try to understand, try to make sense out of, right? And it's not that you can't get mad. It's not that you can't be disappointed. It's not that you can't be frustrated, right? Those are all part of being in this physical body, right? We came here to experience the emotions. We just didn't come to be ruled by them, right? We're not supposed to let the emotions rule us, have dominion over us. We were just supposed to allow ourselves to experience it, right? Just for the sake of experience. We know what it means to be hurt. We know what it means to be frustrated. We know what it means to be angry. We know what it means to be disappointed. We know what it means to be happy, to be glad, to be excited, to be right. And then you can learn how to be just like, oh, it just is what it is, right? I'm not moved by it going right or it going left. I can be neutral. You can get to that state where everything is cool, everything is chill. I don't really feel one way or the other about anything that's taking place because I know I'm the cause of it. So it's not a surprise to me that I'm getting the things that I asked for because it's part of who I am. It's my nature. So it's not a shock to the system that these things are happening because they're normal. I expect these things to take place. It has become so normal to me that it's just a part of my everyday, right? Like to experience abundance, to experience joy, to experience peace, to experience love, to experience harmony, to experience whatever you're desiring to experience. It's so normal. It's just a way of life. It's just like the only time you think about breathing is if you're gasping for air. Other than that, you're not really paying attention to breath, right? That's how that's how you have to normalize the good things in your life. That is so natural, that is so normal. It doesn't seem like it's some exception to the rule, right? You recognize that you are the exception to the rule. You're deciding what's good. You're deciding what's bad. You're deciding what you can and cannot have. You are. No one's keeping life's wonders away from you. You're doing it. Your channel is clogged up. Your pipes are not clear. You gotta clear your pipes. You gotta clear your channel so that your abundance flows effortlessly, easily. And what stops you up? Fear, doubt, limitation. And it's not that you don't have them, it's that you allow yourself to what? Be overcome by them. See, when doubt or the devil presented itself to Jesus, all Jesus did was talk to it, command it, be quiet, come out of there. Go over there. I'm going to send you over there. I'm going to send you over here. Come out. Peace be still. All right? Didn't reason with the devil. Didn't say, why you there? What you doing? Who, just command it. And that's what you have to do. You have to command your reality. Command your reality.
So
Hello.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to give you 4 more minutes because I'm getting ready to close live. I've been on here for a
Okay.
little over
Okay.
3 hours, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What I was saying earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Experience that I experience every day. You don't have to, like you were saying, you don't have to convince anybody. Those who know, they will know who you are. You don't have to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
It's the energy you bring. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's people that I met, like I said, even today, I met people they say, Silas, you know what? You bring life to people, And I never feel like, okay, my problem is somebody else's problem, or they cause anything. But even though we all have to go to something one day, but guess what? I'm always take it for the good.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I live my life, and I always know there's nobody that have no power over me but myself,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and that's why I choose to live life, not to die,
Mm-hmm.
because I know if I say to myself I'm dying, I die.
Mm.
Yeah, you choose your own death. And this is how deep we have to go within ourselves.
Yes. Yes.
We have to go that deep. And it's not something just happen overnight. It's something you have to know yourself. You have to go that deep within yourself to say, hell no, I ain't dying. I'm gonna live. It just like if you thought about a car accident, you're gonna have it.
Yep.
And it's nothing but a fact. You are your own thought. You are your own destiny. You are your own life. You make up your own numbers, your own day, your own night. And that's a fact. If you say, I'm going to have a bad day today, guess what? You're going to have it.
Yep. Yep. And the
I have
power
to
of
make
our
it.
word, right? The power of speech.
Yes. And if I say I'm going to do something, the first thought come to me, that's what I go by. Period. I'm not changing this because I have to live and learn that lesson. I don't doubt myself anymore because every time I used to doubt myself, it's the consequences come behind it. That's why I'm backing this up. I want you to know that I understood. I know that everything you say is not because you just want to talk. It's because you get to say it. And there is some of us out here who knows. We have to bend to it, done it, dance the same song. That's how we know.
Yes.
That's why we know. And that was my saying, That's what I want y'all to pass on because we are the joy of life. We are supposed to, it doesn't matter if somebody have a bad day. When they meet you, they're supposed to feel the light on you. But you have to know yourself. You have to know yourself. If you're sitting here, you're crying, you're complaining, oh God, life is no good. Well, of course life is no good. Because you make your own destiny.
So watch your mouth.
Do what you say. Anything you open your mouth, you say, you always send your energy to it. It's already sacred.
Yes.
You know why I'm speaking to you, sister? It's because I know, but somebody has to hear it. Somebody has to say it too. Because that's confirmations. We ain't crazy. We just knowing. But once you don't know, you don't know. You have to live to that experience to know it. To me, there's such thing of evil. You create your own evil. Your reality, you created it. You the one who say, well, I'm going to do wrong. That's your reality. You choose that. I have to become to know those things. I go anywhere, I can get anything I want, when I want it, how I want it. Because I create my own reality. I'm going to tell you this, I want this, I want it. Period. Because it belongs to me. You can't deny me that. That's my way. That's for me. Whatever belongs to you, you claim it. You make it happen for you. Don't jealous of me. Don't hate me. Because I create my own reality. You're supposed to create your own reality too. This is real. This is real. You know the Bible. We know when they're showing you about Moses and with the Pharaoh. How Moses be able to turn the king a snake, right? And Pharaoh can do the same thing too. That's his reality. Of course, God never said, I deny you. He says, if you thought of something, it can happen. Because you are the reality of your own self.
Oh, yes.
You're the reality. I can make a water vibrate. I can do anything I want. It's not wickedness. It's my reality. Anybody can stop you from living or let you stop your own self. Anybody gonna tell me that I'm not age? I'm living. Because I'm creating my reality. When it's time for me to leave this planet, I'm not living my physical body, but I'm still here. Maybe I can go to one of my grandkids. I'm living through them. It's my reality. Can't tell me nothing else because I know better. I know better. So sister is nothing but confirmation because you just speaking facts. You're speaking truth, reality of this planet and this universe that we're living in. Unless you don't know yourself. If the one who don't know themselves, they will doubt themselves. And then they will tell you you lie. Oh, you crazy. Because what kind of life you're living in? Because you allow somebody to make your reality for you. That's what I meant to say earlier. Sometimes you need confirmations. You know, you are who you are. But you need to hear it from somebody else. That's confirmation. That's why he says himself, wherever 2 and 3 come in my name, I'm here among them. You make your own reality. It's the truth. He said, I swear to you, what I'm telling you is the truth. I swear, that's why I always said. He saw, you think he swear too. Because he know what he says is true. There's no such thing of death. Why do you think he can raise? Where's your faith? What do you know? What is your knowing? Why are you crying? Why? Why you say you're blind? Go in and the spray in the water. Wash your face, and you shall see. Come on.
Yes.
This is the reality we're living in. We're not living in 3D anymore. We're in the 5th dimension right now. There is no such thing you stay dumb. It's reality, it's real. But you get to know your knowing. You get to know that. And you can't be afraid to speak about it, to tell it. Because that's why Yeshua said himself, if you stop those I sent who come in my Father's name, who will come to tell the truth, you try to shut them up, the rock will speak. Because you cannot hide the truth. And it's the facts, it's true. You can't stop it. A baby will be born tomorrow will start speaking. You can't stop that. He said, when the time comes, you will go to that rock. The rock will say, stay away from me. I have my own say so. That's the time we're living in now. This is what you call a redemption time. Everything we lost, we're going to get it back.
Yes.
We're going to get back tenfold. And that's nothing but a fact. You can't stop it. And those who try to stop it, things will happen to them. They will disappear on this planet. Because enough is enough. You get so comfortable. You forgot there is truth. There's reality. There's facts. You thinking you're going to live forever and keep doing the same exact thing, you get away with it? No. Those you think you put to sleep, they will wake up from their sleep. That's why we are here with the collective mind. Those of us who try to put to sleep for a long time, we walk now. We back. We're going to gain everything back that belongs to us. And that's a fact. Thank you, sister. Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Yes, appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing. Yep. And thank you for the reminder that, yes, your words are the power. Your word is God.
Yes.
Your word is God. Whatever you say, so shall it be.
Be.
Let it be. Let it be. And then it was. Let there be. Whatever you're saying, let there be. Let it be. And it
Hashua tell
was.
us that. Hashua himself, he said. He said, listen, do you know who you are? He did not, you know what I hate when somebody come in and say, well, Jesus come in and die for me. He didn't come and die for you. He come to open those dummy eyes to tell them who we are. But they still kill him. They don't kill him. But you cannot hide the truth. And they still think they can get away. 2,000 years later, they still think they can get away with it. No. Your time is up, buddy. You can't hide the truth anymore. You can't, because he was saying it. Hashua himself went to Himalaya. He learned in Hinduism. He studied Buddhism. He studied Egyptian sin, the cosmos, the matrix. He studied them, the sun, the moon, the stars. He studied them. But you come and try to tell us something different? Like who you think we are? We are the matrix. We are the sun. We are the moon. That's who we are. We are the mathematics. We are the numbers, infinite numbers. That's why we never end. You can't end us because we know better. You can create your realization with numbers. Mathematics is infinite. It doesn't matter what number you create, or no number going to come. Because we are numbers with that collective mind, soul, and planet. The universe is in it. Can you count the stars? You can't count the stars. Because we are the stars. We're infinite. And once we go to that level, no one can stop us.
Yes.
You can't stop us from breathing. You can't stop the wind from blowing. You cannot stop the oceans. You cannot stop none of that. You cannot. We make fire because we are the fire. You take elements, air. You take air and you create fire. Come on.
Yes. Well, we're going to stop right there, Silas. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, chat. Remember, there is no limitation.
Yes.
You just have to remind yourself there's no limitation and
Absolutely.
speak the word and let it be so. It's really that
So
simple.
it be. So it is.
Yep. Let it be so. Speak it and let it be so, and then allow it to happen.
Yep.
Just allow it to happen. Stop telling yourself that it can't happen. It's impossible. You can't see how. You got to let that mindset go and just know that it already is, and it will show up. It shall. It must take place.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't try to figure out when and how. Get that out of your mind. The when and the how is not your work. You can say, oh, by next Friday. If you believe that, by next Friday it shall happen. It may happen Thursday, it may happen Saturday, it may happen Friday morning, whatever. You can't command it, but you have to truly know it within yourself and not just trying to say it just to see.
No, don't force it. Don't force it. It will come.
Yep. And so thank you so much, Silas. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you for everyone that joined the panel. Enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll catch you
Indeed.
guys tomorrow. And you can catch the recap on YouTube. I
Hmm.
did start a new page called Zuri's World. It's going to be my little 7-year-old avatar. She will be giving the truth of the Bible from a 7-year-old perspective. So check her out. It's Zuri's World. I'm having fun with this AI. I'm just having fun with the AI. So I decided to create a page for my little 7-year-old avatar named Zuri, and she's spitting that knowledge from a child's perspective. Just if you're looking for a more simplistic way of knowing this truth, check Zuri out. So
Zoe. Okay.
Zuri,
Hmm.
Zuri.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good
And keep on
night.
loving, keep on knowing.
Yes. Bye-bye, guys.
All right.